up from Fiji. From Fiji, baby. Let's go to Fiji. Come on now. We're ready to rock and roll. Hey guys, how you going? So down BKR Sport Boulevard, everybody, because currently we are in Vitilevu. We are in Fiji for a trial match here between the Melbourne Storm taking on the Newcastle Knights, which is going to be an interesting game because they're pretty much full-strength teams. Obviously not like full strength to the brim, but overall they are much stronger than last week overall, and it should be interesting, especially with this historic game over there in Fiji. I don't know if we've ever had like an NRL game. I know it's not an actual official NRL game, but I don't know if we've actually had a game there, which is really interesting. Obviously, you guys know me, love my Fiji. I'm always there. My daughter's Fijian, and my family live over there in Fiji, right? So I love Fiji. I would have loved to have gone to this game, but obviously it's not the Titans, and I don't feel like going back over for a pre-season challenge game between two teams that I don't support. But we're going to sit here. We are here. Listen, see? Yeah, you can see me right here at Churchill Park in Lautoka. But let's get into these two team lineups today. Obviously, guys, we're going to be here for 4 damn well streams. We've got a massive day of rugby league. The Melbourne Storm taking on the Newcastle Knights. We've got the New Zealand Warriors, baby, the New Zealand Warriors taking on the Redcliffe Kekake Dolphins. Then we've got 2 C-grade, reserve-grade teams, New South Wales Cup of Manly versus the Broncos. And then we have the most exhilarating game of the day. Hold on. Put your seatbelt on. Click. Dragons Tigers. I know, you just had an overwhelming sense of excitement and just an overwhelming sense of just real passion knowing the last game of today is going to be such an exhilarating game in the St. George Illawarra Dragons versus the West Tigers. But let's get into these two lineups here today, guys. So go and do me a favour, smack that like button. I appreciate you guys. It does help out the channel. And obviously, subscribe immediately. You better damn well have subscribed. I'll tell you that right now. But alright, so for the Melbourne Storm today, their fullback, Little man, little puppy, little puppy. Ryan Pappenhausen, he's the fullback. He did play last week. Probably the only guy on this team list. I know Trent Leo did play last week as well. But Ryan Pappenhausen is the fullback, with the wingers being Will Warbrick and Xavier Coates. Centres, Remus Smith and Nick Meaney. Now, the 5'8", Cam Munster not playing today. Jonah Pezzett is the 5'8", with Jerome Hughes as the halfback. You go into the front row forwards, and you got your big Fijian man, Tui Kamikamitha, alongside Josh King. So they have really adjusted the forwards, with Josh King moving into a front row role, and then also moving Trent Loiero to that spot, but we'll get to him in a second. Back rowers, Kane Bradley and Elias Katoa. So they must be testing out to see what Bradley can do, and he is on the bench, Sean Ballor. And then number 13 is Trent Loiero, who didn't really get it going in the back row last year, so maybe they're just trying to see what they can do, move Josh King around, and they've put Loiero into the 13. You go on to the interchange, you've got Christian Welsh, Joe Chan, Tristan Powell, Tyron Wishart, Keegan Russell Smith, Dean Yeremia, Sean Ballor, Cole Geyer, Young Tomapia, Lazarus Va'alepu, Jack Howarth, Trey Stewart, Chris Lewis, Marion Seve, and Kobe Williamson. So, pretty much, this is the first team lineup except for Cameron Munster. Except for Cameron Munster, I would probably safely assume that they will put Sean Ballor into that back row this year. I know he's not starting today, but I do feel like he probably will get that crack. But then again, you know, obviously they've got Kane Bradley there. I do feel like Sean Ballor will probably be the change that they make. I'm pretty certain they're going to just lock Trent Loiero in for the lock position this year. And obviously Nelson Solomona is not playing in this game. But overall, it's a pretty damn well strong Storm lineup. Moving over to the Newcastle Knights now. They've got fullback Kalen Ponga, who is the captain, with the wingers being Anari Tuala and Greg Matsu. Centres, Dane Gagai and Bradman Best. You go into the 5'8", Tyson Gamble, with the halfbackers Jackson Hastings. I feel like they'll swap the halves around quite a lot today as they look to find, you know, guys like Will Price, who had a good game last week, and Jack Cogger, who probably would be on the bench somewhere. Yeah, he is on the bench there. So it'll be interesting to see how they utilise their halves today. You go on the front rowers, Jacob Saifidi and Leo Thompson, with Phoenix Crossland as the hooker. You go on to the back row, Tyson Frizzell and Dylan Lucas, with Adam Elliott as the lock. You go on to the interchange, Jack Cogger, Daniel Saifidi, Jack Hetherington, Kai Pearce-Paul, really looking forward to seeing him today. Thomas Cant, Riley Jones, David Armstrong, Will Price, Jed Cartwright, Brodie Jones, Thomas Jenkins, Fletcher Sharp, Daz Mate's best mate, Laitia Motondreki, there's another Fijian for you. I guess the Saifidi boys are too. And then Fletcher Myers. So, for this Knights team today, they're They're still looking to see who's going to be their winger to replace Dom Young. Obviously, Greg Matthews here, but on the wing, they've got Anaro Tuwala. I wouldn't be surprised if he did get the opportunity, or you did see Tommy Jenkins still get it, even though he didn't have a great game last week. And then there was also a player I think it was David Armstrong, who had a cracker game last week against the Sharkies, even though, albeit it was a Sharkies development squad. Then pretty much everywhere else, I think it just comes down to their whole forwards are pretty much what they'll go with unless they choose Kai Pearce-Paul over Dylan Lucas. But Lucas scored 2 tries last week. I think the main thing we look today is with the Knights is how they utilise their halves. If Tyson Gamble is a 5'8" there, or do they put Will Price in, or do they have Jack Cogger? Same thing goes to Jackson Hastings, or do they put Will Price in, or do they have Jack Cogger? So good depth issues there in the halves department for the Newcastle Knights. But look, I think this is one or two games that are quite exciting today. This one and the next one, which is the Warriors Dolphins. Manly Broncos will be a bit of a slogfest because that is two literal New South Wales Queensland Cup teams there, with the fact that Manly and Broncos are in Vegas. And their full team's already over there. And then obviously that last game is Dragons-Tigers, which really gets the blood pumping, that one. That's a really exciting game. But guys, hit that like button, like I said. Subscribe if you're new around here. And let's get to the chat. Let's do it. Trucking getting around it. Lager Ballsack says, wasn't it the Storm that summoned the Knights 10 in a row when Welsh said in the press, how did the Knights let Panthers win? Oh, yeah, okay, I know what you're saying now. Yeah, the Christian Welch obviously did say something a little bit silly in the press conference, which did get the Knights blood pumping, and they did end up going on that 10 wins in a row. Christian Welch at the time, it's all great in hindsight, right? But Christian Welch at the time, firstly, he didn't mean and deliberately do that, right? But also, secondly, it was kind of right at the time. Like, no one understood how the Panthers beat him in that game, but they did, right? And Christian Welch was kind of summarising what everyone was feeling at that moment. It just unfortunately happened that the Knights went on a 10-game streak post that and made him look a little bit silly. But the notion of what he was saying at the time was actually correct. Olivia Reed says, I got so excited, and then, oh, hold on, I've got music playing right now. Get that off. I'll right back. Olivia Reed says, I got so excited and then got disappointed as he said the team names. Why? Why have you gotten disappointed? It's two pretty strong teams here. It's two pretty strong lineups from both these teams. It's not like we're looking at two reserve grade squads in this one. So this is finally a decent game, hopefully. Hopefully, man. Like, look, I had to really force my excitement last night, I'm not going to lie. I had to really force that excitement. Like, I didn't think it was as bad as everyone made it out to be, but there was a lot of errors. There was a lot of errors in that game. Zach says, Dragons Tigers pre-season. After watching 3 games in a row before it, game of the year, consider it done. Yeah, but the thing is, right, Zach, is that, yeah, Dragons Tigers pre-season after watching 3 games in a row before it. Like, yes, but you've also got to remember that if it was like 3 quality games before it, like Knights Storm with 2 full-team lineups, Warriors and Dolphins with 2 full-team lineups, and then another game with 2 full-team lineups, it'd kind of be okay, and then you just kind of kick back for the last one. But that third one is going to really punch us in the mouth because it is Manly Broncos with a New South Wales Cup team and a Queensland Cup team going at it with the teams being over there in Vegas. And then we've got the 80-minute slogfest between the Dragons and Tigers. So it's like, we're going to be done. And then we're going to get up at like 5 a.m. tomorrow because the World Club Challenge is at 6 a.m. So we'll start up at like 5:30 or 5:45 in the morning. 6:45 for you guys there in New South Wales for the Wigan Warriors taking on the Penrith Panthers there in the World Club Challenge. Olivia Reed says, so glad I missed that last game today, but I feel for you all who have to watch it. Thank you. Yes. Yeah, no, it's going to be a real tough one. Hey! Whoa! It's going to be a tough one, son. It will be a tough one. Hutcho was the only fun in the game. Hutcho was the fun one in the game for all the wrong reasons. Yeah, for all the wrong reasons. It was quite fun to watch. I was actually talking to Age from Cast Patrol last night, and we were having a bit of a laugh, and I said, mate, you're better than Hutcho. You are better than Hutchinson. And he said something about how he's done his ACL. If he had an ACL still, he probably would be. And I said, mate, even without an ACL, you still give him a run for his money. X Factor says, man, I'm really scared of the Bulldogs in 2024. They might honestly have me going to bed before, and if they're on the early game, I'll miss the later game. Mate, the Bulldogs are something this year. The Bulldogs are something. Look, I will kind of calm the nerves of Dogs fans and say, like, it is pre-season. But with that being said, like, they've played pretty much 2 full-strength teams in a row now and struggled in both games. 1 to a development Storm squad, and then 2 to the Sharks last night without Nico Hines. And then the Sharkies put out their second-grade lineup alongside the Dogs in that second half as well. So it's just not great signs. It's not great signs. AGL says, what's going to be the worst game this weekend? Tigers versus Dragons or Dogs versus Sharks? I think Manly Broncos could be up there. Manly Broncos could be up there with the names that are listed. But then again, that's just a bit of a throwaway kind of game. So, you know, Bulldog Shark is... I'd say Bulldog Sharks. I'd say at least the Bulldog Sharks was close, though. Dragons Tigers could be like a blowout either way, or just a real... Yeah, I'd still go Bulldog Sharks. I'd go Bulldog Sharks. Logan Bullsack says, to be honest, I remember the back end of the 2022 season when Hutcho was playing centre and he did an alright job, but he just can't play in the halves. Hutchinson will show moments. He will show kind of moments where he is bare basic at a decent level, and then, like, he'll either be... His ceiling is, like, bare basic at a decent level, but his floor is, like, basement. You know what I'm saying? Like, not on the normal floor. Not on the actual, like, the floorboards. Underneath the floorboards. That's what his floor can be. So he can be okay at times, but last night was just something else. I couldn't believe that they left him on the field and took Burton off before they took Hutcho off, and then put obviously Toby alongside Hutcho. It was so strange. AJ says, did you see that send off in the Super League this morning for an accidental head clash and they called it a headbutt? No, I have no idea. I don't watch the Super League. Best Sport 2.0 says, what can you tell us about this part of Fiji? Well, it's known for its sugar. The sugar. Lautoka is about 45 minutes from Nadi to the north. If you want to actually see it, you can watch one of my vlogs. It was the Fijian Drua versus maybe Canberra Vikings or Queensland Country, I can't remember. But when the Fijian Drua actually won the National Rugby Championship, this was where I was. This was the vlog at Lautoka. It's okay, you know, it's not obviously a massive touristy area, really, but with that being said, I don't mind going to Lautoka. It's quite different. It's quite different to like places like Nandi and Suva and whatnot, but yeah, I've been to Lautoka many a time. Not a great deal to do there, I would say, not a fantastic amount of things to do there, but with that being said, there's kind of 3 stadiums that you choose from here in Fiji, and there's 4 stadiums, there's more, but the 3 main stadiums of Fiji would be, one would be Suva, which used to be known as ANZ Stadium. Now it could be like Heritage Bank Stadium. What is that one in Suva now? It used to be ANZ, Suva Stadium. Or it's a HFC Park. Yeah, HFC Bank, Stadium is what it is, but it used to be ANZ. Been there many times. Decent enough stadium there. It's right on the water as well as Suva, which is beautiful. And then you'd go here to Lautoka, Churchill Park in Lautoka, and then number 3 would be probably Singatoka, which is about an hour and a bit from Nandi to the south, which is near that's where the Gold Coast is. That's where the main kind of beautiful area of the mainland. That's where all the hotels and stuff usually are outside of Denarau. So. Yeah, no, it's a nice place, man, but it's just not obviously where... If you're travelling to Fiji and touring Fiji, you wouldn't be going to Lautoka. You'd be going to Nandi, or you'd be going to Suva, or you'd be going to the islands, the Mamanuthas. Or even Tavuni and the other islands as well. Zach Lewis says, Penrith at 6 a.m. I'll have to have your stream on while watching Arsenal Newcastle then. Exactly right. That's exactly right. Don't worry, we'll cheer on Newcastle the whole way. Up the tune, son. Up the Geordies. So let's get on the sugar. Mate, you gotta love sugar. Anime Vibe says, message retracted. Lovely. That's what we like to see. You know, we definitely don't like to see a chat about the game. We like to see message retracted. Lagan Ballsack says, the only time people actually watch the Super League is when there's a 100+ score. I wish I could watch the Super League, but it's just on at the same time as the Premier League. So I'm watching like a Manchester City, or I'm watching an Arsenal, Liverpool, I'm watching a relegation battle game. Like, I'm watching other games. I'm not really watching the Super League. I would like to watch the Super League. I guess if I, decide to take my channel on the road and went to like England for a bit, I would obviously, do some Super League games and whatnot, because it's on at a good time, and then I would still stream the NRL late at night. Actually, I wouldn't be able to, because again, it'd be Premier League over there. I don't know. It's interesting. But if the NRL does end up buying the Super League, they will turn it into something that could be a lot more beneficial. Which, yeah, Super League's fine, man. It's just I'm not willing to really get up at 3 in the morning to watch two teams that, like, for me, I just don't really care about. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you gave me a reason to get into it, I probably would do it. By the way, guys, it should be starting up now, but there's an add-on KO, so that's not great. But hit that like button and subscribe if you're new around here. X-Factor says Bulldogs vs Titans is the new NRL rivalry for 2024. Why is Bulldogs vs Titans the new rivalry? Why? Why are we the new rivalry? I would say if there is a new rivalry brewing, I definitely think that Titans Manly will be pretty full on this year with the Desi Hasler impact. I think Desi will have them right up for that game. Titans Bulldogs is an individual rivalry, but I wouldn't say as a collective it is. The Titans rivals would be 1 Broncos, 2 probably Dolphins now, 3 Eels, and 4 on a low-key basis the Warriors, but it's nothing. It's all out of respect, that, really. Get Cummins off my screen. I don't have him. Dazmate says Titans are my second team. Dazmate, Titans are your first team, champion. Titans are your first team, mate. Especially after last night. I'm sure you've jumped on the wagon. Which bottom 3 side from 2023 will improve the most? I'd say bottom 4, but you'd say Titans. Well, the thing is, Trucken may have misread that, or maybe I'm misreading that, to be fair. Like, I think he's just saying that if he said bottom 4, I would have just easily said Titans, so he's removed that, because we did come 4th last year. But the bottom 3, the most likely to improve, so that's Dragons, that's Bulldogs, and that's Tigers. I would say Tigers. But with that being said, I don't really think any three of those teams. The Bulldogs have the most potential out of the 3 teams this year. Next year to be the Tigers. But I'd probably lean with the Bulldogs in the immediate future. Expert says Seagulls is actually probably the most accurate rivalry for Titans other than Broncos with the DC and coach situations. Yes and no, but like you're also talking to a Titans fan here who knows what our fans hate and dislike and whatnot. But for me, I don't think that I would say that Manly is a top 3 rivalry for us. It'd be Broncos, it'd probably be definitely Dolphins now, and then I would say Eels. And the Eels is like a real one that only Titans and Eels fans kind of know about. It's just like we've always had a lot to do with each other, the Titans and the Eels. In 2011, we battled for the spoon and they beat us at Seabus and gave us the spoon in that last game of the season. The Jared Haynes situation, we have a good winning record against them. Last year, even our social media team and their social media team were having a crack at each other on socials post the Magic Round beat when we beat them there. Obviously, we got robbed in the game against them last year at Combank that the NRL admitted to. So, yeah. By the way, was this game not meant to start at 12:45? It's 12:50. Now we're seeing an ad for Vegas. Is this game being delayed like 15 minutes or something like that? I think so. But, like, Manly, like, there is an annoyance there with Manly. I'd say probably Manly is... Like, Cherry, if you asked me 10 years ago, then yes, Manly would be up there. But it's like, it's been 10 years since Cherry Evans was a bit of a muppet. We've also got Fozza there. We've also got Desi Hasler there now. We're actually quite in line with them overall. Cryptic says, and we are back again. We are back here again. Rabin says, honestly, I'm excited to see the Tigers. I wouldn't go as far to say excited. I wouldn't go as far to say excited, but I do think that they are looking maybe better. Maybe better than what they have in the past. Maybe. When it's kick-off Brisbane time. It was meant to be 5 minutes ago, so it must start at 1, but they just got the time wrong. Actually, what's who going for today? I've got no... It doesn't really matter who wins, to be fair, out of any game. I'm just looking forward to some good day of footy, and seeing some players play. That's all I'm really kind of looking for today. My team obviously plays tomorrow. I don't think the game has started yet because the NRL.com hasn't said that the game started, so it must be just at 1 o'clock. Olivia Reed says maybe they need to buy cameras too. Maybe. Tigers might come 16th. Yeah, like the Dragons didn't look great last week against the Rabbits, They did not. The Rabbits had a lot of players out in that game and then put on their depth team for the second half and still beat them and whooped them. And that was at Cogra too. So the Dragons are in a bit of a rough place. I still feel like they surely should not come last. Like, honestly, as a Titans fan, and this is a crazy thing for me to say, But I will be superbly disappointed if we aren't 3-0 by the first 3 rounds. I will be. Because we play the first game is against the Dragons at home, and the third game is against the Bulldogs at Belmore, and the second game is a bye. So I genuinely am going into those first 3 rounds expecting a win. I am. Which is not something Titans fans should ever really say, but I am. Commissioner Manu says, it's cool learning about the obscure Titans-Eels rivalry, though. Worth the delay. Yeah, it's a bit of a weird one, Commissioner Manu. Like, it's not, like, full-on out there, but I guess if you go... It's like the Titans-Broncos one is a lot bigger than people actually think, but it's just like Titans and Broncos fans. A lot of Broncos fans don't mind Titans, but a large majority at the game, you can definitely tell the difference. But yeah, it is obscure, the Titans-Eels one. It is very obscure, but it's only really kind of long-term fans of the Titans and long-term fans of the Eels that will understand kind of what I'm saying with that one. But it's kind of hard to explain. Cryptic says, looking forward to see a little bubbly little mummy. I'm looking forward to it. Absolutely seeing him tear it up. And then you've also got the old Kalen Ponga. But the Knights are getting ready to run out here. The Knights are getting ready to run out, so it is going to start at 1 o'clock. Does that mean that'll impact the next game, mind you? I think it might. 12:55, 2:55. Yeah, it probably will. Yeah, it probably will. So that game starts at 2:55, so we might be a little bit late to that Dolphins versus Warriors stream. You going to the game tomorrow? No, actually, I'll be here. I'll be live streaming the Titans game tomorrow. I live stream Titans pre-season games, but obviously I'll be at every regular season game. Best Sport 2.0 says, how many points are Titans beating the Dogs by in round 3? Look, it's at Belmore, and a multicultural round. I think the Dogs should be up for it. I do expect the Titans to win after what I've seen from them in the preseason and what I've seen from the Dogs in the preseason. But with that being said, it's very difficult to expect things as a Titans fan, because if you're a realistic fan and you've been through the tough times, you know that we've had lots of belief going into the team in the past. I feel like this is a bit different with a new coach and Desi Hasler, so we've never had a proven coach before, and I've seen how Desi controls those training sessions, and he's pretty full on, man. So I think the boys are very different this year. With that being said, yeah, like I do expect to kind of win that game. I expect to put a score. Slabber says, too many bleached heads on that Knights team. There is a lot of bleached heads on the Knights team. There is. Alright, I'm just trying to look for the Titans fans. There's actually quite a few Titans fans in Fiji. The biggest kind of supporter base in Fiji, the jerseys that I see on a regular basis, I'm going to ignore the Panthers because that's only going to be recent. Fijians love to get behind the winning teams, right? A lot of island teams, Samoa, Tonga, Cook Islands, they'll all get jerseys of Papua New Guinea, Fiji. They'll all get jerseys of the big teams. But Fiji, there is a lot of Eels fans, Titans fans. I think that's Jared Hayne, because he's obviously Fijian. And then Melbourne Storm would be up there as well. Melbourne Storm will be up there as well. And I've seen quite a few Sharkies jerseys over there as well, which is quite weird. There hasn't been a great deal of Fijians, besides maybe like Jason Baku and stuff like that, who've gone through Sharkies. Pappenhausen versus Pappenhausen, gee whiz. Pappenhausen versus Pappenhausen. He says, go deal with Blogger Roach again. This is why you're here, son. This is why you're here. Yeah, exactly right. Best Sport 2.0. Blocker on commentary. Good luck, Blaze. I know I'm going to have to put up with him for tomorrow's Titans game. This is why it's beautiful that I don't have to stream Titans games in the regular season. I can get Chihuahua Boy, Antonio, to jump on, and he can deal with Blocker, because I'm not dealing with Blocker in the regular season. I'll punch my head. I'll punch my own head, mate. I really will. I'll punch my own head, mate. Alright, Storm coming out onto the field. There's little mullet, man. Here he is. Good crowd there. Good crowd there. I wonder how much tickets would have been. Like maybe $10, $20? Davey Gray says, do you know if Randall will be in our 17 this year? If so, will he be getting minutes at middle again? He was a very good work rate. Titans my 5th favourite team. My 5th favourite team? What's that shit, Davey? Gee whiz, get a grip, Davey. My 5th favourite team. How's that even possible? How's that impossible? Let's just bump that up to 2nd. You can have whoever your number 1 team is, but let's get a little bit of bandwagon support behind the old Desi Hasler and Gold Coast Titans. But no, I would say that Randall should definitely be in the 17 this year. I'm not really going to confirm anything for you guys because I don't really want to ruin anything. But with that being said, like, if you look at the team lineup, you can get a pretty good read. For kind of how Desi is thinking. Now we've got the traditional Mecca here. Yeah, this good crowd. Love that. Love that. Rugby league isn't massive in Fiji. It's growing, but Sevens is obviously the big one, and then Rugby Union. But rugby league, if they really do start to bring the games over, Fiji will really grow with it. Because obviously they've got the Fiji and Drua now, and that's in the Super Rugby. But if they were to bring in the NRL, like, please NRL, take the Titans over there. I'll promote it like crazy. Olivia said, will be good if Ponga is fit to play Origin this year. Yeah, but yeah, Davey, I'd say Randall will be in 17. Lucas says his little puppy is getting excited. Yeah, get around, little man, little puppy. Best was that Sam Verrills surely plays 80. You'd assume so, but Randall isn't just a hooker. Randall is a hooker, back rower, front rower, lock, everything. Like, Randall is a forwards utility, effectively. Expert says, good luck, everyone. Creating your fantasy and Supercoach teams this year going to be very hard to predict what some coach will do with players. Yes. Yes, it will be very difficult to see, kind of, especially in that fullback position this year. I don't think there's a guarantee bing bong, you know what I'm saying? So I want to see how Caleb Ponga plays today, and a little mullet man, little puppy. But yeah, it's very interesting to see how teams will be designed this year, in my personal opinion. Especially in those backs. I think the forwards, a lot of people are going very similar. But Caleb Ponga getting ready to kick this ball off here, guys. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new around here. And I will refresh the score. I will refresh the score in a few moments. Actually, what's Kinney's 14? Not necessarily. Well, he'll be starting 1 for the first couple of weeks. He'll be the starting fullback to start the season. So, Kanapunga will kick it off, and it will be the Storm who will... actually, isn't this where Fiji beat the Crusaders? Or was that in Suva? Was this where the Drua beat the Crusaders? Database says, fullback is Blake Taft for Supercoach. Well, I could honestly think of probably 16 other fullbacks that I would go over Blake Taft this year. That wasn't great. Matt King, the Storms. Oh no, Best Sport 2.0. Oh, he's done a kerfuffle there. Best Sport. If someone says Storms with an S at the end of it, they get timed out in this channel, champion. So we'll be seeing you in 5 minutes, my good friend. Dazmate and Truck, and I'm going to deal with you. But Best Sport, you got to do better, man. You can't be calling them Storms in this channel, son. It's Storm. S-T-O-R-M. Bang. Fit tackle here for the Storm. Huh? See? Bang. Fit tackle here at the 30. Jerome Hughes will put that ball up into the air. And the Knights, Kanapunga, good take, and he'll get taken down at the 5. Gee whiz, Best Sport. Expect better from you, champion. Ryan Daddyhausen says, has the game started? Is it showing up on the... Yeah, it started now. We're a minute into the game. A minute. It was meant to start at 12:45, but for some reason it got pushed back to 1. But let's refresh this. And let's see if it gets it. There we go. So it's up on the screen now. And, there we go. So, 4 tackle here for the Knights. They'll get this ball to the 22. I love Kenny. I went to the Q Cup Grand Final. He carved up. Yeah, Ashley, I'm really close with Keanu. He's a real good kid, man. I was talking to him yesterday, actually, after the games. And, he's a really good bloke. And he's going to come on the channel. He just wants to get a bit of a crack in the season first. And then he'll jump on and we'll have a chat to him on here. But... no, Keanu's a really good bloke with a really great family, and he's patient and just willing to crack on. Xavier Coates here, taken down to 45. Good run, though. No more injuries for 2024, please, NRL gods. Let's have a healthy season for all teams and players. Yeah, hopefully. Well, it's the 6th game of the Storm. We all know that's not going to happen, but touch wood, it happens at least for the most part, and most people don't. We do get a genuine season in regards to teams not getting absolutely obliterated by injuries. Storm hit with the ball at the 40. Harry Grant, a big Tuikami Kamuta, who gets his ball to the 30. Third tackle. Who got someone Knights? I would say Storm win this game. 6 again here for the Storm, and it's going to be Josh King. Big front rower this year. He'll be taken down to the 20. Already on it. Look at him go. I'm already on it. So, son, I'm flying, son. I'm flying. F-A-L-Y-I-N-G. Flying. Should take the G off and just put flying. Second tackle now. 13 metres out of the line for the Storm. Harry Grant. He'll go himself. He'll be taken down by 3, 2. Oh! Jeez, he was close. Maybe 1 metre out from the line. He nearly got there. Third tackle for the Storm. Jerome Hughes at the 10. He'll get out the back now to Liero to Pappenhausen. Pappenhausen gets out to Remus Smith. And Remus Smith will get taken down 4 metres out from the line. Good start here from the Storm, that's for sure. Not so much from the Knights, who have given away a lot of fresh restarts. Jerome Hughes, that's going to be an easy try if he picks it up. Oh, Will Warbrick! Oh, he's lost the ball out of nowhere. So good cover defence there from Kalen Ponga, but Will Warbrick, he picked it up off the ground. Wasn't a great pass, and then just kind of lost control as he was trying to really control it. Yeah, he never really got a full... Oh, he got a full grasp of it, but he does lose it. Now, Chase, where they're playing at? They're playing in Lautoka, Fiji. In Vitilevu. Lautoka in Fiji. The home of the Fijian Drua. So Will Warbrick loses the ball, and it will be the Knights now with the ball 15 minutes out from their own line. Ryan Daddyhausen says, can you see how Storm will hold up at home against Penrith? I'm just keen to see how Storm go this year because their spine's good, but everyone else is question marks, and that's including the wingers, that's including the centres, the back rowers, the locks, the front rowers, and the only kind of consistency that I can see throughout this team is the spine, so which is arguably the best spine in the comp. So the Storm are a very, very kind of weird team this year, but should still be able to really perform based on the fact that their spine is so brilliant. Get around your CJ. So fifth tackle now for the Knights is Crossland to Callum Ponga. And Ponga will put that ball up into the air. Where good take there by little Monumental Puppy. I'm really starting to come around to Ryan Pappenhausen as my Supercoach fullback. And that's a penalty here to the Storm. Knights on defense have been awful in this first 5 minutes. They've been giving away penalty after... Not penalty, but that's the first penalty. But they've been giving away a lot of 6 agains. They've been giving away a lot of 6 agains. So it's going to be a penalty here to the Storm. But I am really considering bringing Ryan Pappenhausen into my team because he's been really killing it this preseason so far. Nate Jason's Penny versus Wigan tomorrow morning. I will be streaming it. Yes, sir. I will be streaming it. I just finished up the thumbnail just before I start up this. So the Storm, they'll be 35 minutes out. Just going to hope I wake up to my alarm. Is this a full-strength Storm or still? Well, there's no Munster. But outside of that, pretty much. If Puppy gets conversions, it makes him extremely appealing. Oh, for sure, Artie. You just obviously got to hope that he doesn't get injured. And, you know, it sucks to say that, but with that being said, like, it kind of is what it is. He is, unfortunately, injury-prone. That's a hospital pass, and Pezza gets slapped. Hey, that was a Drew Hutchison special there from Jerome Hughes. He put Pezza under a lot of pressure with a hospital pass. Jerome Hughes after Tui Kamikamitha. And Big Tui, 20 minutes out. But yeah, if he... Well, surely he's getting the conversions. I know Nick Meaney will be there, but... like the oh, Pappenhausen! Oh, he nearly got through. 8 metres out of the line. Fit tackle. 8 metres out. Harry Grant. He goes short. Back to Jerome Hughes. Oh, that was just awful attack there from the Storm. Like, I've got Kalen Ponga as my fullback, and I put Keanu Kenny onto my bench. As you guys would have seen in my Supercoach video the other day, I am trying to utilise the fact that JC is out for the first couple of weeks and Keanu might go up some money, which could put you onto a similar wavelength with a JC, and while saving that 300 or so K, or 200 or so K. Get around your Jeff Jackson. Slubbers is a great kick. It was a great kick if he was trying to land that in Suva. They're playing in Lautoka, but that kick ended up in Suva. Alrighty. So that is going to be a penalty here to the Newcastle Knights. Is Manny in the centres? I haven't seen him so far. He is. Yes, he is. Hasn't got an impact yet. They've been going on the left-hand side mostly, the Storm, and he's on the right. Giovanni Patelis is his Holbrook, the nice new defensive coach. No, he's at the Roosters, isn't he? I know you're joking, but like he's he's at the Roosters, isn't he? First tackle out to 40. Tyson Gamble. Oh, geez, big connection there from Eliasa Katoa on Leo Thompson. Leo Thompson had such a great year last year, and he had a great game last week too, so I'm really excited to see Leo Thompson this year. Kalen Ponga! Kalen Ponga! Oh, he's still going. Tackle break. Still going. Still going. That's 2 tackle breaks. I'm leaving Kalen Ponga in my team. I'm leaving him in my team. Alright, right-hand side. That's going to go out the back there to Gamble. Gamble's going to kick it through down for Enaro Tuala, but Little Mullen Man is there waiting for him, and Storm taking out the 5. Extra says, I haven't made my teams yet, waiting for team list, but then I'll probably still make 100 changes before kickoff or round 1. I just realised I should put the Supercoach link for people who aren't in our Supercoach League yet. Okay, the league code, bang. We've got 53 people in the Supercoach League right now. It's obviously unlimited, guys. BKR Sport Super Coach League code. There you go. And I'll pin that to the top. So if you're not in our Supercoach League yet, go and join it. John getting around the Knights. The fit tackle leave the Storm at the 35. And Jerome Hughes, he'll put that one down. And Kalen Ponga with a big catch. And it's going to be, I think, downtown. The stupid downtown penalty. It will be Knights ball here at the 35. with the penalty after the downtown gets called against the Melbourne Storm. Okay, that one makes sense though. That one makes sense against Josh King. That's just blocking. Yeah, that wasn't even downtown, that was just blocking. So they've really started to lock down on this year. Alright, Crossland, he'll get up to Jackson Hastings. Hastings, short ball, Dylan Lucas. I've got Dylan Lucas in my centres this year for Supercoach, and it's a must-have in my opinion. Crossland here, he'll get up to Leo Thompson. The only worry with Dylan Lucas is that Kai Pearce-Paul can eat into his minutes. And you'll see Kai Pearce-Paul today. Hastings, good pass in the line. Dylan Lucas taking down 3 metres out. Panthers will be crushed for that rule. Yeah, they will be. So will the Roosters. Fifth tackle leave of the Knights. 5 metres out from the line. 30 minutes to go here in the first half, guys. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new around here. Roosters and Panthers will cop that the most. Knights, Ponga. Good quick pass. Gagai. Knock on Tuala. Oh, what? Hello? I can't believe they haven't called that as a knock on. It'll be a 7-tackle step for the Storm, so I actually prefer that it played on, but that was a knock on. Did Munson not play last pre-season game 2? He didn't play last week, no. There's no way that wasn't a knock on just then. I don't know why Suafat-Longo hasn't played the pre-season. Maybe there's an injury. This Knights team today, in the first 10 minutes, has given away 2 penalties and like 5-6 against. This is an awful start here for the Knights in regards to giving away just ill discipline. The stadium is Fiji. It's in Lautoka, Churchill Park. Good crowd. I'm loving the crowd, man. For a pre-season game, this is what the NRL want to see to really expand into Fiji. Because Fiji have the stadiums. Tonga and Samoa don't really have the stadium sizes. They've got like 10K and stuff, but you've got some decent sized stadiums in Fiji. Actually, you've got a bigger stadium in Fiji that can fit more people in than Sharky Park, to be honest with you, in Suva. Alright, so it's going to be second tackle. 25 metres out, Harry Grant, Jerome Hughes. And now they'll be 15 metres out through Chris Lewis, third tackle. NRL should have an annual game in Fiji and Papua New Guinea. I would love that. Jerome Hughes, short ball! Elias Akotoa with the try time. He's stringing the carver. I love that. He did the... Yangona. Takimanda. There we go. That is a try time to Elias Akotoa after a brilliant play here for Jerome Hughes. Harry Grant to Christian Wells. Should just get to Jerome. Jerome into the line, and then Jackson Hastings unfortunately got caught off the ball, and Elias Akotoa had an easy run of the line. So 4-0 with a kick to come from right in front of the post. It'll be 6-0 any moment now. 10K is the Roosters' total attendance in history. Jeff Jackson says, using an arrow on the screen during replays to show the trajectory of a forward pass would be a good idea when judging them with video ref. Yeah, yes, but it's just going to take too long, man. It's going to take too long, and then you've got opinions and stuff. I know you're talking about, like, VAR. Trust me, it'll cause more problems than good. I think it should just be, if it looks for, like, if it's a big-time forward pass, like the Broncos Warriors with Reece Walsh, that should be able to be called back, because I have actually seen that be called back in the past, FYI. From the bunker, that's not meant to. They changed, like, they tried to adjust their words to call it forward, which they didn't do in that game, which was weird. But yeah, like, there needs to be, the bunker should have the ability to call on like massive forward passes, like obvious ones. Bloor is on the bench. Ali Mad says this is practically Melbourne's full strength apart from Munster. Yes, and I think Sean Bloor probably starts in the back row instead of... who is the one that's in the back row right now? Kane Bradley. I think you'll see Sean Bloor probably start in the back row instead of Kane Bradley. Cryptic says, yeah, apart from Munster and Nelson too. Yeah, I realised that, Slapper. Mania kicking, not little mummy, little puppy. We want Pappenhausen kicking. We want him kicking. Bloor needs to start over Trent. Trent Loiera's not going to start in the back row, man. Trent Loiera's been moved to the lock. Sean Bloor's not going to be locked. He'll be back row. So right now, it's looking like Sean Bloor is kind of just fighting for the back row spot over Kane Bradley. Kane Bradley, and it's really about it, really. It really is about it. I wouldn't say your back rows you have a great deal of depth in the back row department. But no, I've got Sean Bloor as that at 11, and I think that the reason why they're putting Liero into the 13 is because, one, Josh King's not that great of a 13, so he's been moving to the front row, which probably suits him more. The 13, obviously, Liero, and then you've got your back row open spot for Sean Bloor, who they just signed. Storm have a good spine, but poor forward pack. That's why they're not a top 4 team. Champion, they came top 4 last year with the same team, so what are you talking about? So that's going to be Christian Welch who get this ball to the 40. That comment doesn't make any sense. They literally came top 4 last year with pretty much the exact same team. Harry Grant, 20 attempt here, but I think Kanaponga will get... It's not even going to go close to the sideline. But he did have his foot behind the 40, and Kanaponga will get this ball out to the 30. He can surely get Bradley's spot. Bradley is just in this for a trial game. Bradley is just in this for the trial game. Well, I'll refresh the score again, but it's not me. It's the NRL, so we'll see if it works now. Okay, now it's working. Now it's working. All right, Knights now. They'll get this ball to the halfway point on 4 tackle. Crossland, and that's the issue that I have with the Knights this year. Like, there is just, unfortunately, their hooker role. Like, Crossland had a great stretch, but with that being said, I'm still very hesitant to kind of back him in completely. Because previously, last year, he wasn't fantastic. He was probably one of the lesser hookers across the competition. But then he had a good back end of the year. But obviously, you know, we need to see him be consistent with it. But I'm very hesitant. Winter Wagons go to the Storm. Well, they're up right now. Remus Smith gets this ball to the 32. They are not going down that right side edge whatsoever. They're just continuously going down the left here, the Storm. 4 tackle to the 43. Who's going to win the Wooden Spoon Bell tonight? I feel like the Tigers will win tonight. But I don't know. That's a high tackle. I'm surprised that wasn't a high tackle there from Saifidi. Yes, Tuikami Kamei through his Fijian. You've also got Daniel and Jacob Saifidi. You've also got Laitia Moldendreki. Yeah, it's quite a few Fijians on the ground. So it's going to be first tackle of the ninth at 20. Right, so that's what Storm did against Penrith in the finals. Didn't use Warbrick once. Yeah, but with that being said, you got absolutely annihilated by Penrith. So that doesn't, that's not really going to change the game, realistically. But yeah, they didn't go down that side, which is quite strange. The Storm really love this left-hand wing, which has Remus Smith and Xavier Coates. I'm so happy that young Donovan Peter isn't starting. He's trash. I don't think he's trash, but he just doesn't pass the ball. And it's really kind of sad because, the Storm... I don't think he should be starting either. Fun fact, he actually played for the Titans for a little bit too back in the day. But I think that, yeah, he just doesn't pass the ball whatsoever, and it really detracts from what the team is trying to do. Storm taken down at the 25. They've definitely been the better team today, the Storm, by quite a bit. Young was awesome, but he left for a few years when he went on a mission. I don't think he was ever awesome. I think he was decent, but I don't think he was ever really awesome. As a centre, it's kind of your job. Not necessarily. It's not necessarily your job as a centre. As a centre, you're meant to be just as much... You're probably actually meant to be more of an attacking weapon than a winger. So you're meant to be able to pass, but also run the ball when you want to as well. There's no real dictation to having to pass. But it just is obviously very beneficial to the game to get the ball to the winger, which is the end product. It's putting the cherry on top is effectively what a winger is. That's why when people say, oh, this winger's out, we might lose, it's like a winger is not going to have anything. That's a knock-on. That's a knock-on from Ponga. That's a knock-on. If Titans won the grand final against the Broncos in 24, how many social... Bro, that's it. I wouldn't survive the night. I wouldn't survive it. And I'm serious. I don't know if I'll be on social media for the next couple of weeks. I don't know. I've always thought about this. When the Titans win the comp, it's not about hate, it's about love. So when you win, I feel like it'll be a lot less of an aggressive approach because it's more about celebrating rather than antagonizing, is what I'd say. So... yeah, you probably get posts here and there, but overall it'd be the Titans' success, not the Broncos' failure, is what I'm saying. Well, they're having a drinks break early here, so 22 minutes 45 to go here the first half, and they're going to have a drinks break right now. So Hit that like button, guys. Subscribe if you're new around here. I'm going to have a drink spray too. Or are they challenging this? I don't know what's happening. We sent a search party out after it. Mate. I'll have a tattoo on my forehead. No, a tattoo on my forehead. The number doesn't exist. The number doesn't exist. But again, like it's when you win, you lose that kind of anger for the other team. It's more about supporting of your team and the love of your team. And that's why I say, like, Titans win over the Broncos in a grand final. I don't know if I'd even be able to survive the game, but at the end of the day, it's not about hating on the opposition. It's about loving your own community. Nathan Watts is high, hello, mate. So we're just waiting here for the game to get back underway, guys. It's just having a drinks break right now because in Fiji, Lautoka weather, it is currently... so it's meant to start raining a little bit, but it's currently 28 degrees, so not too bad. But let's see what the humidity is. The humidity is 84%. That is phenomenal. That is phenomenal. 84% is wild. On the Gold Coast a couple of weeks back, it was like 95%, which is like you're getting out of the shower and you're sweating. That's insane. 84% humidity today. That's actually disgusting. That is disgusting. You wouldn't want that. So, they've actually muted... Oh, no, they're back. Jake Duke and Nelson. Turn the sound on, Ko. Yeah, I was going to say, I can see Jake Duke talking, but Nelson... Oh, they've actually connected the Fox Sports microphone to the stadium microphone too, which is pretty good. Alright, so Xavier Coates is going to roll this ball in from the scrum. Surprising that you've got Xavier Coates rolling the ball in here. Obviously, this is a bit of an interesting tactic Amundos here from the Storm. Why is this... Like, I know we're on Fiji time, lads. Like, we're on Fiji time. This game is going so slow, and it's being run at, like, Fiji's pace. We get 4 games shown on round 1. That's great. I don't watch shown on. So that's going to be Storm now, who are 15 metres out here from the line. Can the Storm score? They've got Tyron Wishart now playing hooker. So they're already mixing their team up drastically. And that's Jack Howarth now, 5 metres out from the line. Second tackle here for the Storm. Tyron Wishart, he'll give it at the back. They get it across here to Pezzett. Oh, geez, they've changed their team dramatically. Hang on, Seve's on now. Alright, right-hand side now for Jonah Pezzett. I'd rather listen to Blocker than that Matt Thompson bloke. No one is worse than Blocker Roach. That's a penalty there for the Storm. There is no one worse than Blocker Roach, Slabber. Mitchell says, why does Nelson look normal size next to Jake Duke? I think it was just kind of how Nelson was. I don't think... Is Jake Duke that tall? Alright, so Storm now will go to the 5. Nelson's the same as Tino, and he's 6'5". Alright, so first tackle here for the Storm. Tyron Wishart playing hooker. And now be Josh King. He'll be 4 metres out from the line. Let's go Sever, Ipswich local. Ipswich representative. Pezzett at the back. Sever offloads it. Brilliant offload. Xavier Coates with the try time. Xavier Coates try time. Great offload there from Marion Seve, and it will be 10-0 here with the hit to come. Georgie Porgy says Blocker is the worst commentator. Say it louder. I lost it last week in the Titans game with him. I lost it because he hates the Titans. Like I've never heard him really say anything on a significantly positive level on the Titans. And then he was just ripping into the Titans last week, and it's like there was no reason to. The Titans had a full development squad out. Not a single player in that starting 17, that starting team is a starting, 17 player for, maybe in the bench, but like overall, the only guys you can consider there realistically is going to be like an Isaac Faisal Malawi or a Khalees Haas there onto the bench. So it's like it was just so rough, and it just shows Blocker's hatred for the Gold Coast for some odd reason. I hate him. He's an awful commentator. Awful. Matt Thompson is a viewer of the channel. He knows Tanner doesn't miss. Matt Thompson is a viewer of the channel. Yeah. Tanner does not miss, and obviously Gussie Gould as well. Gussie Gould getting around the old Tanner boy. I talked to Tanner about that yesterday actually. We had a laugh about it. Do you think the Knights compete for the 8 again this year? Lots of people writing them off, not so much talk about them. You can genuinely make an argument for 12 teams to make the 8. You can make an argument for 15 teams making the 8. The only teams you can't make an argument for are the Tigers and the Dragons. Every other team you can actually make an argument for. There are lesser likely teams like the Raiders and the Dogs and whatnot, but you know, every 15 teams can have an argument. But I don't personally believe the Knights will fall out, but it'll be close. They'll be around that 8 marker. And that's a great kick. Jonah Pezzett will be the one to kick it, so it's 12-0 here with 20 minutes to go here the first half, guys. Smack the thumbs up button and subscribe. Don't forget, we've got 3 more games after this today. We'll have the Warriors taking on the Dolphins. We will have the Manly Seagulls taking on the Broncos, and then Dragons Tigers. Hawk on Crack says Knights are not playing good. No, they're not playing too well here. They're not playing too well. Jeff Jackson says this must be a repeat of Knights versus Sharks. I hope it will be with the Knights to come back plus win. Very different games. Very, very different games so far. Like the Knights, although they were down to the Sharkies, it wasn't like the Knights were completely out of it. Right now, the Knights have got to completely adjust what they're doing. Completely. The only issue, right, is that the only issue is that the Knights don't have the surprise factor this year. Everyone kind of already knows them. They know that they're a good enough team from what we saw last year. But you've got to remember the first half of last year they were awful too. So there's no real surprise factor there. So that could be the issue with the Knights this year. And it was actually Dazmate's team, funnily enough, that played them into form. Hawk on Crack says, hope the Warriors win against the Dolphins. It's a pre-season game, bro. That's a knock-on there from the Storm. That's a knock-on. It's not about winning or losing these games. I still don't understand this. I don't understand why people feel like they have to win pre-season. Like, who cares? Why does it matter in regards to the pre-season, who wins and who loses? It's all about just watching players go around. Like, just because teams win and lose in pre-season doesn't really mean nothing for that first round. Like, you're not going to see the Dogs and Sharks be that awful in the first round. Maybe the Dogs, but the Sharkies definitely not. The Sharkies definitely not. I don't care if it's pre-season. I was like, okay, man, but so what? You're going to be upset if you lose? Like, the Titans lost last week. I wasn't upset. I was actually extremely happy with it, even though we lost. Second tackle at the 35. All right, right-hand side, Kalaponga here. It's 25 metres out. They give it to Dane Gagai. Dane Gagai will be taking down 15 metres. Again, you want to win, but it's not a necessity. Like, if the Titans lose to the Eels tomorrow, it doesn't mean that I believe the Eels are a better team. Like, we'll still be without a few players, just like the Warriors be without a few players. Like, it's just no... Okay, it's an indicator, but it's not going to tell you everything you need to know. It's going to be Jackson Hastings here. 4 tackle, 10 metres out. 4 tackle, 10 metres out. Off to Kalaponga. And there'll be 5 metres out now. Fit tackle for Saifidi. Knights usually have a pretty good attack. They love getting to Greg and Matthew. That's exactly where they'll go down as well. And Ponga will throw the ball over the sideline. So, it will be Storm ball here. 10 metres out. Storm ball. Oh, thank you, Blocker. Better off going through the hands. Wow. Thank you, Blocker. It's really intellectual, that. Georgie Porty says, does Palacia jump into the starting side with David Fafita out the first month? There is the potential that Palacia could start the side even with David Fafita there. Palacia is not a back rower, so he's not going to go into that back row spot. The back rower spot's going to be between guys like Cleese Haas. You've also got the likes of potentially Joey Simpson, even though I don't think he's a back rower. You've also got Chrissy Randall there, Jacob Arlick there, guys who can fill in. But overall, the only way Kenan Palacia starts is if Tino goes to the 13, because otherwise it's Tino and Mo, and Palacia is not really a 13. And I genuinely believe they'll put Isaac Liu as the 13. I don't know, but I believe it. 4 tackle here at the 50s. That means that Palacia would have to come off the bench, which is basically what he was doing for the Broncos anyway. Storm here, at the left-hand side, over the top. It gives off to Xavier Coates. Great pass there from Jonah Pezzett. Xavier Coates still going, offloads it to Seve. Seve still, it went backwards, it's fine. Well, that was lazy from Sean Ballor. Well, they went backwards from Sebo. So maybe Sean Ballor thought it went forward, but it was backwards, I swear. Why? That's your fault, CJ, for having Isaac Liu in your Supercoach team. That's your fault. That is completely your fault. George Portugal, I genuinely believe you put Palacia onto your bench in Supercoach anyway, because I think he'll go up some good money. And obviously he'll be a huge part of an Origin for sure. He's definitely a part of the 17 is what I'll say. There's no way he's not a part of the 17. Also got to recognise that it wasn't Desi Hasler that signed Palacia. It was Justin Holbrook. With that being said, Palacia was so phenomenal in the finals last year for the Broncos that there's no way that Desi Hasler wouldn't put him in. So second tackle now with the ball at the 45. Get off to... Oh, that's forward. Well, they didn't call it. And we're going to be seeing you in 5 minutes. Champion Stormers only with 1 S at the start, not at the back end. 6 again, though, for the Knights. 6 again. Jackson Hastings has got Pong on the inside. They read it, but he still got away. Pong gives it off here to Bradman Best. Bradman Best will get taken down 15 metres out. I thought Palacia played a bit of back row last year when Ricky was out. Could be wrong, though. We've got too many back rowers to put him in. Third tackle now. They'll be at the 5. And that's going to be a penalty. Don't know about that, but that's a penalty. Ryan Duddy says Storm will finish top 4. Don't know. Don't know about that. Nate Jace says go to the Knights. Knights. No, Nate Jace being cheeky. Trucking time out 5 minutes. I know what he's done. Time out. Time out 5 minutes. We'll see you in 5 minutes, Nate J. No, I know you're being cheeky. We'll see you soon. We will see you soon. Right hand side. They'll give it off here to Gamble to Enari Tuwala. Try time for the Knights on the wing. Enari Tuwala. Enari Tuwala with the try time on the wing. It'll be 12-4 here with the hit to come. Maybe the comeback's on. There you go. Maybe the comeback's on. Jeff Jackson. Might be right. Top 4 to bottom 4. But Jackson Hastings, oh, thank you, Blocker. I thought they should have gone through the hands again here. That's why you are not in the halves. Sarah says, I think it's extremely hard to predict the top 8 because 15 teams are in the running for it. Yeah, well, I wouldn't say 15 teams in the running for it. I'm saying 15 teams you could make an argument for, but I wouldn't say 15 teams are in the running for it. Like, I wouldn't say the Bulldogs and the Raiders are in the running for it, but I would say that you can make an argument for them. That doesn't mean I think they're in the running for it. It's hardest it's been to predict the 8. Oh, it's like this every year, man. Everyone says this every year. Also, for everyone watching, just because you see those clouds back there and they are raining and it looks really, really dark and it's like it's going to really pour down, trust me, in Fiji, doesn't mean shit. Like, around those mountains there, it's always like raining. It's like always. But it doesn't come across. It's like that sticks around the mountains. Some days you'll... Fiji, pretty much every day you'll get sun and rain. Pretty much every single day. Because of the humidity, because of the... It's an island nation, right? So don't think that just because you can see those real solid clouds at the back that it'll pour down rain here. It could. Like, it could, but it doesn't mean jack shit, really. 17 teams in the running for a premiership. Thank you, Daz. Thank you, Daz, mate. The teams I would say that are not Dogs, Raiders, Dragons, Tigers. Oh, that's an awful kick there from the Knights. That is an awful kick. Ponga misses that one. So 12-4 here with 12.5 minutes to go here the first half. But the argument for the Dogs is that they have signed new players. I know it's pre-season. They looked awful in the pre-season. But they have signed new players and they've got Stephen Crichton there. And there is an opportunity for them to rise up with players on paper. But overall, there is a lot of players on paper that I would say are still very beyond average. And also, Reid Marnie still gets the reputation from the Eels when he shouldn't because he hasn't been good at the Dogs and hasn't been good in the preseason. So it's like, yeah, he wasn't great last year. Maybe he bounced back this year. But with that being said, I don't back it in off that preseason. So it's tough there, but you can make an argument for them to push into the top 8 if form goes with them. And then you go to the Raiders. The Raiders were awful last year and still made the 8. So that tells you everything you need to know. Ricky Stewart just gets it out of them. Reed better not ever get a Queensland jersey. Who would be the next in line there in the hooker department in Queensland? You've got Ben Hunt. He's obviously moving on. Harry Grant's not old, so he's still got plenty of years. Who else would be in line there? You got Reed. You've got Robson's New South Wales. Please tell me Billy Walters isn't even thinking about it. Marshall King, maybe? Is he? No, he's Kiwi. He's Kiwi, so no. That's it, don't know. I actually think Reed probably is second in line. Ugh. After Ben Hunt goes. Ugh. Oh, that's a lost ball there by the Knights, and Storm will get the ball to 25. Corey Pack. If Corey Pakes plays for Queensland, I give up. I pack it up. I'm packing it up. Ali, mate, if Corey Pakes is playing for Queensland post Ben Hunt, I'm packing my support up for the game of rugby league. I pack it up. I'll pack it up. I'm done. I've done all I can in the game. I've done all I can in the game. So, that's going to be, big hit collision there. And Storm now third tackle at 45. 10 minutes to go here the first half, guys. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new around here. Hit the subscribe button. There'll be 45 metres out here from the Knights line. Wishart, he'll go to Pezzett. He'll kick the ball over the top here. And Ponga will grab this one at the 5. And he will bring it back here to the 15. I love Crossland. He's got a debut for the Blues. Brother, have you seen the depth that New South Wales have in the hooker department? Have you seen that? They've got Damien Cook. They've got Reece Robson. They've got Apisai Kotowi-Sao. They would have Blake Brayley there too. They would have every man his dog before they put in Phoenix Crossland. What? They need to sign a petition to get Pace in Origin. Mate, I would chuck Big Tino in 9 beforehand. Wade Egan is New South Wales, is he? There you go. Is Wade Egan New South Wales? Interesting. That's out in the full. That's out in the full there. So that will be the Storm ball at the 45 on the Knights side of the field. Jeff Jackson says, if Ponga can stay injury-free, we have a good chance. Well, I think the Knights make the top 8. I think they do. But this game hasn't been that promising for him. But it's pre-season. Egan grew up in Lithgow. Where's Lithgow? Is that like near... Is that like Lismore area? Like northern New South Wales-ish? I have no idea. We've got a lot of travelling to do this year. I actually planned out my travelling thing before. Cowboys have a better chance than the Knights. Disagree. I'm really not high on the Cowboys this year. I think people want the Cowboys to succeed rather than think. Lagan Ballsack says, the only 2 players behind Hunt eligible for Queensland hooker are Marnie and Walters. So you would go Marnie. I would go Marnie every day of the week. Christian Welch gets the offload away. They're 25. That was a great offload because Keegan Russell-Smith gets the ball to the 20, third tackle. The only thing Lithgow is known for is prison. I've heard of Lithgow, but I'm just like, oh no, that's awful defence from the Knights. Jonah Pezzett, nice little dart up the centre, and they score under the post. They score under the post there. Jonah Pezzett just sneaks it on through, and it will be 16-4 with the kick to come. And it will be 18-4 any moment now. Sam says, there's really no depth for hooker for Queensland. You have Turpin, Moser, and Simpkin. Yeah. Yeah, I know. There is no real depth there. But Queensland will find someone. They always do. And New South Wales fans, I know you agree too. I know you agree. They always find someone. But that is just awful defence from the Knights. And Pezzett just cut through. After about 40 minutes out of Bathurst. So Bathurst is like a couple of hours out of Sydney, isn't it? Lithgow. Town New South Wales. It looks very, like... It looks very quiet, let's put it that way. Oh, it's out West Sydney. Okay. Like west-west. Would I have gone through Lithgow on the way to Mudgee? I probably would have. When I drove to Mudgee, would I have gone through Lithgow if I'm driving from Cronulla? Because I was living like Cronulla way, Sylvania area. I would have driven through Lithgow to get to Mudgee, correct? Unless that's on the opposite side there. No, I would have had to. I think you would have had to. So I've been Lithgow. There you go. Fun fact for you. Fun fact for you. It's a holes, like I said. Yeah, I'm pretty certain I've gone through there. So 18-4 here. And Jonah Pezzett's the one kicking. That's some Liam Knight type of defence. Liam Knight, how good. Actually, I just realised Liam Knight didn't play at all yesterday. Unless if you want to put Boyd back in hooker, which probably won't happen. Nah, you go Reid Marnie before anybody else. Jared Wallace should play hooker over Walters. How old's Jared now? Like 32? Jared Wallace age. He's 32. Bingo. 32 years old. Is this Knights full team? Pretty much. I wouldn't say there's too much of a difference here between their full team and... Yeah, I wouldn't say too much. Maybe on... Yeah, because they're trying to test out their winger, so Anari Tuwala, give or take. He scored a try, though. Ponga, yeah. Gagai and Bradman, yeah. Greg Martu, yeah. Gamble and Hastings. Depends on how they go with their halves, but yeah. Saifidi and Thompson. Daniel Safi's on the bench, so he's still here. Phoenix Crossland, yeah. Tyson Fazell Lucas, probably, because it's just if they go with Lucas or Carpet's ball, but yeah. And Adam Elliott 13, so I would say yes. Cool Goo Gluza says, I need Pups, RTS, Moser, and Ola multi, paying $91 to the dollar. Big risk. Very big risk betting on pre-season for try scorers, I won't lie to you. Sam Jenkins says, I swear Jay Wallace is a shoe-in to score against the Titans every game. Yeah, he is, and the Broncos. Whoever he has played for in the past, he scores against. For the Titans, he would always score against the Bronx. He would always kill the Bronx. And for the Dolphins, he's always killing the Titans and the Bronx. Is Anthony Don still involved with the Titans? Yeah, Donnie's still kicking around. Yeah, Donnie was at the... he's at every game. He was at a Parramatta function last year. We had a function in Parramatta before the Eels game. He was there. Yeah, we've had Donnie on the channel before. I love Donnie. But he's a teacher now. He's doing some good stuff with his life. But no, Donnie's still definitely around. Yes, I did check the paper of the dono, CJ. I appreciate it. No, sorry, it didn't come in. You have to do it again. There's no money that came in. You have to do it again. Gamble, right-hand side. He'll throw the ball over the sideline. Well done, Gamble. He took a gamble, and it definitely did not pay off. So that'll be Knights ball. Sorry, Storm ball here at the 40. 99% of that goes to Blaze if it hits. Cool. 89% Storm win today. Hey, Widwacky, you've learnt. You've learnt not to put the S at the end. Well done, Widwacky. See? We're learning. Learning. I'll just put on another multi, mate. Since I'm the best at it, it'll win. Multi for today. Next game, you go Warriors win. Manly Broncos, go the over. And the Dragons Tigers, delete the app. Just delete the app. No, I'd bet on Tigers to win that game. And we'll be seeing you in 5 minutes, Champion Lucas. Right-hand side, the Storm will be taken down at the 20. Third tackle. Georgie Porgy says, geez, I don't know who's playing worse, the Knights today or my doggies last night. Oh, no, I can give you an answer, Georgie Porgy. Don't know if you'll like it. Oh, no, I can tell you the answer to that question. I can tell you the answer to that question. So, right-hand side, Jonah Pezzett. Ignore the score. I can tell you the answer to the question. Is Martinez Celestia playing next game? Yes, he is. I'm not going to say it. I won't say it. Don't worry. Oh, that's awful kick. It will be Knights the ball to 5. Don't worry. I won't say it. You don't want to hear it. 4 minutes gone. 4 minutes to go, sorry, the first half. Bradman best of the 15. That's a rough one. My mate Tony said if the Titans lose the Bulldogs in round 3, he'll eat his shirt. Fair enough, man. I'll join him. I'll join him in eating his shirt. So 4 tackle went out with 35. If we don't win both our round 1 and round 3 games, like, I'll be concerned. I'll be super concerned for the Titans. So the Jackson Hastings will kick that ball down to... is that Vailepu? No, Jeremiah. He'll be taken down to 30. Jeez, that's a solid contact there from Leo Thompson. Poor Taff and Hutcho. Nothing was going their way last night. Poor is the correct word. That's what I'll answer that. Wasn't a question, it was a statement, but I will confirm the word poor alongside Taff and Hutcho. Mitchell, remember for 9 months, please say it. Cannot say it, man. I cannot say it because it could come back to haunt me in about 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. It could come back to haunt me in 4 weeks, so I won't say it. It could actually come back to haunt me tomorrow because I know how that could go. Moody says, Bulldogs, Tigers, Dragons, Raiders, bottom 4. Everyone's going with the same bottom 4. Oh, as if you allow him to get that kickoff. That's ridiculous, Knights. Cricket score against the Saints, surely, round 1. And this is the hard thing about being a Titans fan, right? Is that, like, yes, honestly, I believe it should be. But I also am aware of what my team can produce. But I also need to support them as heavily as I can. And I also know them, right? So I want these boys to do well. And I want the community to be happy anyway. But I always have that in the back of my mind. Like, I've been supporting this team for, decade and a half now. It's not easy. It's not easy. Dakota Mills says, can Saints win the flag? Can St. George Illawarra Dragons win the premiership? They win something. Let their side Callum Ponga through. Bradman Best with the try time. Bradman Best will score, and it's 18-8 with a kick to come to the Knights. Ponga with the line break and a try assist. Woohoo! Woohoo! Dakota Miller, can you just confirm for me that you're talking about the St. George Illawarra Dragons and not St. Kilda? I think both answers will be the same, but the Dragons will win something. They have a chance to win something. Don't know if it's that side of the table, though. Dakota, unfortunately, has said St. George Illawarra. Dakota. We will be live streaming the Dragons versus Tigers game tonight. But I'm going to have to break your heart and say you're probably going to get the spoon this year. Close enough. Maybe next year. The Dragons will be lucky to be in the top 8 the next 5 years. They've got a long way back. They've got a long way back. I hope Little Paps comes back on. Just need him for an anytime try score multi. I doubt he will, but he might. Dakota says, why are you so mean? Why are you so mean? Dakota, you come to this channel because you want the opinion, right? The Dragons are currently... You know what? I'll help you out here, Dakota, because you feel like I'm a mean person because I said the Dragons are probably going to get the spoon because they have an awful team this year, right? Which is backed up by the fact that last year you came second last, right? So I'm sorry to break your heart here, but I'm going to have to absolutely rip into this because you need to kind of hear it. The Dragons are currently favourites for the spoon. They are currently favourites for the spoon. The Dragons are 126-1 to win the grand final. The next best is the Tigers at 101-1. And then it's the Raiders at 61-1. So the point that I'm making here is that, like, it's not that anyone's being mean. It's that you don't like the fact that we're telling you that your team's not going to be good this year. They didn't play well against the Rabbitohs last week, and they had a full team against a subpar Rabbitohs team in the first half and a C-grade Rabbitohs team in the second half. Right? So you can cry and say people are being mean all you like, but facts are facts, and the Dragons, on all the bookies, are the favourites to win the wooden spoon. But there you go, guys. Half-time, 18-10 Storm over the Newcastle Knights. 18-10 Storm over the... Dakota is actually Lomax on a fake account. We found him, folks. We got him. We got him. Oh, man. Gee whiz. My goodness me. But 18-10 here at half-time for the Melbourne Storm over the Newcastle Knights. Guys, go and hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new around here. Knights haven't been great, but they're still in the game, technically. And the Storm have been pretty decent, to be fair, and even without Munster. So, here he is, Brighton. Where you been? Says, mate, all last year you were saying, what have the Dragons done to improve? The story is... mate, all last year you were saying, what have the Dragons done to improve? The story is the same this year. What has changed other than the coach? Exactly right. Dakota Miller says, come and be serious. Who had Penrith winning 3 in a row 5 years ago? Holy shit, you are delusional, Dakota. You're comparing the Dragons to Penrith? Are you serious? Are you crazy? Like, I'm a Titans fan. I have a lot of hope in my team, but I would never compare my team to the Panthers right now. Are you wild? Are you insane? You're insane. Okay, Dakota, I want you to do me a favour. I want you to please come back here after 3 rounds. And I want to see if you still have that same thought process. The Panthers were never, ever predicted to be the Spooners. I don't know a year that the Panthers have ever been predicted to be the Spooners. I don't know a year in the last 10 years, even when they were poor, where they were predicted bottom 4. They were still like a mid-ranger team around that kind of 12, 11 range. I'm sorry, but I've got to say this here straight. You are delusional if you're comparing that St. George Illawarra Dragons team to the Penrith Panthers. Let's go and have a comparison of the teams. So this is what you want to do. So you want to kind of call everyone else out here and say they're stupid and that we're all ridiculous and that I'm mean and stupid and ridiculous, right? Okay, let's go compare teams, right? So the Dragons, today, this is the team that they're playing with. And then we'll go into the Panthers team that are playing the World Club Challenge tomorrow. So you've got Tyrell Sloan. You've got Lomax on the wing and Ravalawa. And so, actually, you know what? We're going to actually directly compare. We'll go and directly compare for you so that you can try and like work it in. Do the Dragons get the spoon? Maybe not, but they're definitely down that way. World Club Challenge. Here we go. Let's go and compare these two teams that you're trying to say is... let's go. Let's try and compare. So, fullback. You've got Tyrell Sloan going up against Dylan Edwards. Good luck. You've got wingers of Zach Lomax and Ravalawa to Sunga Torova and Brian To'o. Good luck. You've got your centers of Sully and Jack Bird to Isaac Tungo and Taylor May. Probably the closest of the lot. Good luck. You've got halves of Jerome, he's not playing tomorrow, but Jerome Luai and Nathan Cleary versus Kyle Flanagan and Ben Hunt, who doesn't even want to be in St. George. Good luck. Your front rowers, Francis Molo and Blake Laurie, against Moses Leota and Fisher Harris. Good luck. Your number 9 is Jacob Little. You got him against Mitch Kenny. Good luck. Your back rowers. Your back rowers are Tom Eisenhuth and Jaden Sewer against Liam Martin and Luke Garner. Good luck, man. You're 13. It's Jack DeBellin up against Isaiah Yo. I'm done with this conversation. I'm done. I'm sorry. Dragons fans, please, just know. Just because Dakota is delusional doesn't mean you have to be delusional. I wasn't here planning to go and shit on the Dragons as much as we just did, but we have to because they've got delusional people who have absolutely no idea about rugby league. They're trying to tell other people that they're mean and that they're rude just because it's not something that they want to hear. The Dragons looked awful against the Rabbitohs last week. The Dragons came second last year. The Dragons are currently favourites for the spoon. The year that the Panthers went from out of the 8 to in the 8, they were 9th in 2019. In 2020, they got into the top 8, and then they've gone on their run. So you're telling me that you're comparing the Panthers of 2019 to the Dragons of this year when the Dragons came second last year and the Panthers came 9th in 2019. You have no idea what you're talking about. I'm sorry, you have to have that rant there. You have to have that rant to kind of try and click it into your head. Because it's just stupid if you're going to insult other people for saying to you a question that you asked. You asked the question, didn't get the response that you wanted, and they started to insult me in the chat. Get a grip. Get a grip. Sorry, you have to get slammed for that. You have to get slammed for that. And I don't want to have an aggressive kind of I don't want that antagonistic kind of style, but sometimes just people really get on your gears. Oh, Dakota Miller, you're stupid. No, I'm telling you that. No. You have no idea what you're talking about. Dakota has just compared the Dragons to Liverpool. I can't do it. I can't do it. You're an idiot. I'm sorry, you're an idiot. We're gonna move on. Mitchell with $15 donation. Appreciate you, Mitchell. I've got to time you out there. But Mitchell said for $15 donation, said I really hope Rat Boy was listening to that. Well, it's you gotta listen to it. But the thing is that that's just one ridiculous Dragons fan. There are so many Dragons fans who are realistic of their team this year and understand it's going to be probably a bit of a tough year. Dragons fans, I feel, are quite realistic for the most part. That person is just absolutely crazy delusional. But for the most part, Dragons fans actually do understand and accept kind of what's about to happen. But it's just I would have been okay to tolerate if it's if you just said, oh, Dragons will do well, win the premiership and blah, 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 and then, have a bit of a laugh, or that was your opinion. But when you start insulting people in the chat and me, because we answered your question, that makes you look stupid, we're going to remove you because you're just trying to rile up the chat. Mitchell says, Dakota must be friends with Alex. But I appreciate if you don't know, Mitchell. Trucker says, if Mr. Streamer goes on a 30-minute rant about the Dragons, I'm hiding you on this channel. Oh, no. Well, see you later, Dakota. Dakota says, Dylan Edwards left... It's half time, folks. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you're new around here. It is half time, folks. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. I'm going to have a drink of water. I can't believe I've just had a Dragons fan compare the Dragons to the Panthers of 2019 going into 2020, and you got a Dragons fan comparing the Dragons to Liverpool. I have never been so flabbergasted at such a ridiculous comparison. Brighton says, how do you see Penrith? How do you reckon Penrith will go tomorrow? Penrith will win. If Penrith don't win, it's embarrassing considering that they... I'm surprised the Dragons aren't in the World Club Challenge tomorrow. But the Penrith Panthers should win because they should have a real kind of frustrating feeling based off of last year when they played at home to St. Helens and lost 13-12. I think they've got something that they really need to achieve this year and they really care about it. Last year they didn't care. They thought they'd won it before the game started. Sam Jenkins says, if she knows what you said in 2018, why is she complaining about how we all know you talk about the footy? What I said in 2018. What did I say in 2018? I guess... Oh, no, she said, I guess you said in 2018. Penrith won't reach the top 8 for the next 5 years. No, I didn't. No, that's not what I said. I would never have said that because it's not the same situation whatsoever. And also, 2018, the Panthers were 5th. Dakota has just tried to make a comparison of the Panthers not making the top 8 the next 5 years and said that I said it in 2018 when the Panthers came 5th in 2018. Oh, Dakota. You've given us a good laugh, that's for sure. You're a muppet. You are a melon. Generational delusion from Dakota. Oh, it's generational delusion. It's absolutely generational delusion. Someone says, well, I didn't realise how bad that Dragons team is. Massive L. And again, I didn't want to sit here and just insult them. Dragons fans, I was born a Cockroach. I have no problem with the Dragons, except for Lomax. But, overall, I have no problem with the Dragons. I've just got a problem with people insulting other people because they ask a question, don't get what they want, and then start telling everyone they're biased and they're mean and they're hating. It's like, no. No. Slow says, just stop, Dakota. We're already laughing at you. Jeez. What does Liverpool have to do with the Dragons? CJ said. Oh, no. I'm in tears. Dragons and Liverpool are complete opposites. Liverpool supporters never walk alone. Dragons supporters always walk alone. Well, Liverpool have got, success in recent history. And also, Liverpool was still competitive top 4 for the most part of their down years. They'd be top 8? Top 8 or so, pretty much every year. They'd be still around that 4-5 marker, even in their down years when they, brought back Kenny Dalglish and whatnot. But when they had Brendan, who was his name again? Brendan something. Someone who's a Premier League fan. What was his name again? Brendan Rodgers, I think it was. Brendan Rodgers. When they had those kind of managers, they were still competitive. The comparisons of Dragons and Panthers and Liverpool is the most baffling thing I've ever heard in my life. Hayden Vance's honest opinion on the Tigers this year. I think it's you still struggled, but I think that you've got some shining lights in your front row, your forwards, but it's just your backs that'll struggle overall. But the Tigers are on the right direction. I just don't think you should... Well, you've been patient this long. Continue to be patient, but I think they're starting to put the right processes in, is what I'd say. If you were picking the New South Wales side today, would you go with Edwards or Trell for fullback? I'm assuming Teddy doesn't get a look in. I go Edwards and I put Trell centre. I would say Pappenhausen. I'd actually go Pappenhausen. Personally, if I was a coach, I'd go Pappenhausen fullback and Trell centre. But I wouldn't be unhappy with Edwards either. Dakota's still here, going to come back when the timeout's done. Probably. Crisis King says, how do you think the Knights will go this year? Well, they're struggling right now, but they're still in the game. They're competitive for the 8. They're competitive for the 8. I don't think they've really gone on to improve their team drastically. I think they're still... maybe slightly improved their team is what I'd say. Slightly. NV says, Papsmere is the most overrated NRL player ever. He's talking about Ryan Pappenhausen. I disagree, man. I like Ryan Pappenhausen. I just think that he's injured quite a lot. But overall, I think he's a decent enough player. I think he's a quality enough player. And I thought 99.9% Dogs fans were delusional. I'd say as a collective, Dogs fans are more delusional, but that person is the most delusional person on the planet. Why are the Storm players wearing life jackets in the sheds? I have no idea. Also, this game will finish, and it will immediately have to go straight into the next game, which is the Warriors and Dolphins, because this game was delayed by 15 minutes, so... Unless they delay that next game too, which I doubt. Mitchell says, why are the Storm players wearing life jackets? I read that comment. Jeez, that was funny. Drink, you should be full up for New South Wales. No, I've got pop it out and have a drink water. I would say currently the depth chart, though, for Michael Maguire's sake would be... Tedesco's probably still first for him. Then I'd probably say it is Edwards. And then you're probably looking at Papenhuyzen and then Drinkwater. Depending on Drinkwater this year. If Drinkwater kills it to start off the year, then they'll go Drinkwater. They'll have Drinkwater as probably third. But, like, it's really good. Like, New South Wales have a lot of depth, but then again, so does Queensland in regards to that department. Queensland has an insane depth in the forwards, but New South Wales has an insane depth in the back line. That's how it kind of is every year. Man, that was funny. I can't believe that. That was actually quite funny. Sorry to Dragons fans who aren't named Dakota, because your team just got absolutely slaughtered. Then again, you should be used to that. You should be used to that. What are Adam O'Brien's strengths and weaknesses as a coach? That's a deep question, one say. I've never really believed in Adam O'Brien. I think that he's had a team that has been okay, and he's been able to keep them relatively competitive. But he hasn't got like a premiership winning ability. That's what I would say. He hasn't got like a premiership winning ability as a coach, in my personal opinion. But I do think he has a Knights cracking on. But overall, I think that there are better coaches out there, and he was this close to getting sacked last year. If that Bulldogs 66-0 didn't happen, if they had lost that game to the Dogs, he would have been gone. He would have been gone. Brian says, Bradman Best did well game 3 last year, but if Trell and Turbo are fit, he won't get another game. That's a good question. Yeah, they'll put Trell into the centres alongside Turbo before they put Bradman Best back in. Right now, yeah. If they put a fullback and centre over Bradman, I'll be pissed. Well, Envy, I think you'd probably be pissed, to be honest with you. I can understand why you'd be annoyed, but, you know, Turbo and Trell, that's when New South Wales win Origins, when they're centres. So, if it's not Trell, or if they put, like, Edwards into the centres over Bradman Best, you'd be flipping out. But, yeah. Yeah, just get rid of Dakota. You're a muppet. You actually have absolutely zero understanding. Like, Dakota just came in, we just had to remove Dakota. Dakota, you have no knowledge whatsoever about what you're talking about. You are making the most dumbfounding comparisons. You've just compared Nottingham Forest in Div 2 50 years ago and got promoted to win Div 1 in 1978. 50 years ago, in a competition that still had blokes who are playing for the best teams who still worked 3 jobs before they would play their football game. You have no idea what you're talking about. So please, for the love of God, there's other channels for you. You're a clown. I'm not gonna lie. CJ says, I have Turbo on my super coach. I traded him out for Gutho because Turbo's potential to just go crazy, but he's so injury prone, I don't know if it's worth it. Yeah, I've left Turbo out. I've got my centres. By the way, guys, if you're not in the Supercoach League, go join that over there. My centres at the moment, it might change. Manu, Militalo, Tuivasa-Sheck and Lucas. That's my centres there. But I also am considering bringing in Phil Sammy. I'm considering it. We're still waiting, by the way. We're definitely on Fiji time today, that's for sure. Hold on one sec. Jeff Jackson says, do you think Adam should adopt more of a Craig Bellamy style of communication when talking to his team? I felt last year he was too relaxed during our loss to New Zealand during the finals. Jeff Jackson, this was the problem with Justin Holbrook comparatively to Desi Hasler. We got the guy you wanted. We honestly got the guy that you should have had. And same goes to the Dragons. But then again, Flano was more kind of... Flano's in between. I would say you've got guys like Holbrook and probably Adam O'Brien. No, I'd say Adam O'Brien's in between. I'd say Holbrook is like this in regards to like aggressive kind of tone to put it across. Then you've got your Adam O'Briens, your Shane Flanos, and then you've got your Desi Haslers, your Craig Bellamy's. I'd say Wayne Bennett's in between, but he's like an aggressive bloke without being like full on, if you know what I'm saying. Maybe like 10 years ago it'd be different, but right now, he's an aggressive bloke without shoving it down your throat. Like, he'll just tell you it, and you'll know, if you know what I'm saying. Trent Leo Fan Club says that 2021 Supercoach season with Turbo was all time. Oh, yeah. Absolutely unbelievable. If you didn't have Turbo that year, full on. It's like Ben Barber 2012. You know, it's like Jared Hayne 2009. Like, you just had to have those guys. There's always one player every year that comes out of nowhere and you have to have him. And if you don't have him from his start, you're just not going to compete. If Walsh and Ponga for some reason can't make Origin, is Hammer your fullback? Nah, it'd be... It depends on how Jaden Campbell goes, but I'd still say that Brimo's got that experience still, and I'd probably say Brimo does get it, yeah. I think they would keep Hamiso there, but then again, Brimo's been playing centre. Obviously, he's going to play the centre for the Titans this year, but Brimo is more than likely going to be like a utility if, like say, Ben Hunt's not there, or, yeah, Reece Walsh and Campbell can't play. Right now, the depth chart for Queensland fullbacks would be 1... I don't know. 1 and 2 are the same. Ponga and Reece Walsh, you don't know who they want to go with this year. Then it would be AJ Brimson. And then it would probably be... It might be JC. Who is the depth for the fullback position in Queensland? Ponga, Walsh, AJ Brimson, Jaden Campbell, Hamiso is there. You've also got... Who else would be depth there? I don't know. I don't know who else would be depth, to be honest. Mark my words, AFB anytime, Isako anytime, Watini Zelezniak anytime, over 47.5 points, Warriors win, 25 to 1 odds, get on it. Yeah, I don't mind that, but you're pretty much going to get all those guys to score in the first half, effectively. Because obviously the second half they'll take them off. That's why try scorers are risky in this game. Also, this game is taking ages in regards to half time. It took ages to start, and now it's taking ages at half time. Oh, halfback depth is not great, Brighton. We don't know who our halfback is after Cherry Evans. You've got Sam Walker, you've got Tanner Boyd, you've got Tommy Dearden, who's a 6, but they want to transition him to the 7. You've got Ezra Mam, who could also potentially play there. And that's pretty much it. All right. They're out here for the second half. Let's get rocking and rolling. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new around here. Gotta put Dragon 17 on Monday now just for Dakota. I don't know if they'll come last, but they'll be like second last or third last. They'll be 1, 2, or 3 at the back. It'd have to be Dearden. Oh, I've been saying for a while now that I think they transitioned Dearden into that 7. Especially considering he's played. And we all know that Queensland loves to pick players based on their previous kind of history. Christopher Columbus says, Jaden Campbell don't even at the Titans. Okay, so that comment, 1, makes no sense, English-wise, but also 2, if you're trying to tell me that Jaden Campbell isn't the fullback at the Titans, then you don't know what you're talking about. He's actually injured right now, but he will be the fullback when he comes back around 3, 4, or 5, unless Keanu absolutely explodes, but AJ Brimson is the centre, and the reason why AJ Brimson is centre is because the Titans believe in JC more as a fullback, and AJ is more of a utility. So I don't know what you're talking about, but, you know, at least you tried. Second tackle now for the Knights. They're going to be 35 metres out from their own line. Sam Walker should be next in line. You're a Roosters fan, but I can tell you right now, Sam Walker, there's no one confident right now in Sammy Walker. So third tackle. Jackson Hastings, he'll give it off. Knights here at the 45, gets it offloaded to Inari Tuala. And Tuala's going to be 35 metres out from the line. Hold on. Game was meant to start 75 minutes ago. It's still half time. Yeah, I know. It's a bit disappointing because we're probably going to miss a little bit of that Warriors-Dolphins game before we have to... yeah. Gee whiz, my nose is like congested right now. I'm like about to sneeze all the time. Oh, Knights knock it back and... Stomble. Oh, apparently this is a Storm knock-on. Apparently it's a Storm knock-on. Give me 1 second here, guys. Sorry, I was muted. Gee whiz, I'm all over the shot right now, is what I said. I'm like crying. I'm dying. Please, let me survive until the Titans get a home final. That's all I'm looking for. So the Knights now 15 metres out. Now 5 metres out. Tom Jenkins, first tackle for Newcastle. CJ says, you alright there? I don't know. Dakota's got your tears. No, I think it's like congested in this room right now. I've got the door closed. I should open it, but then again, I'm quite loud, so. Second tackle, 2 metres out. And I don't want to be too loud. Oh, geez, bum action. Well, Leo Thompson, he gave us the full moon. Tyson Gamble taking out the 10. And that's a penalty to Newcastle, 10 metres out. Could Cobbo sneak in the centre of Queensland? Pretty tough with Alan Hammer. I don't believe in Cobbo as a centre, Brighton. I just think that last year, he's finding it really difficult to adjust as the player that everyone expected him to be. He got the Greg English treatment, and I hate comparing young players. I hate comparing them. And I got that from football, though. From English football in Europe, I always hated, everyone always gets the next Messi, the next Maradona, the next Pele, the next Cristiano Ronaldo, and you're just like, wank. You know, because just let them be their own player, you know what I'm saying? Because then they start to try and emulate and they ruin their career. Happens all the time in English football. And kind of the same thing happened with Selwyn Cobbo and the Greg Inglis comparisons. Kai Peace Paul's on, by the way, for the Knights. Looking forward to seeing if he can try and take the spot from Dylan Lucas. Don't know, though. Don't know about that. It'll be third tackle here. 6 again, sorry. So first tackle for the Knights. 3 metres out here from the line. And they will be taken down 3 metres out here from the line. Third tackle now. 1 metre out. Cover the camera to get the vape puff in. Get the old marijuana out, mate. Third tackle now for the Knights. I heard that like drugs and stuff are starting to become illegal in Victoria. Something about like if you get a prescription for certain drugs, it's legal. Crazy, the world's changing, man. Knights here, left-hand side. Good tackle there, and I think they'll be over the sideline. No, they'll be 18 metres out. Give it a sharp because it's sharp on. So they'll kick this ball across here on fifth tackle. Oh, knock on. Actually had an opportunity though. Pappenhausen here. Ooh, taking down 11 metres out. No, Lucas. I don't think that, I do not believe that that'll be the case. I do not believe that meth will be allowed. Brighton thought he did well in the trial, but that's just a trial, nothing special. It was a trial where the Broncos were full strength pretty much against, well, not all full strength, but 85% of their team was full strength, comparatively to the Cowboys who had 0. Harry Grant here, great run to the 40. That right there tells me that you are a vapor, Zach. You are a vapor, when the Storm are away! They're flying at the 30, at the 20, at the 10. Joe Chan, great run. 10 metres out of the line. 10 metres out here from the line, left-hand side, they give it out. Oh, step of dreams, try time, bang. Try time, bang. Young Tonomapia loves the channel. Try time for the Storm. Of course, he didn't pass it back on the inside. So 22-10 with the kick to come, and that was a great run from Joe Chan to set it all up. Yeah, Jerome Hughes with a great pass inside there. And made about 60 metres, and then the Knights were just done for numbers. And it's good that they went left rather than right, because the right was probably more covered than the left. Yeah, nice try there. So 22-10 with the kick to come from the left-hand side. Is Latrell top 5 fullback? Not right now. Top 5 fullbacks right now in no order. You've got Edwards there. You've got... Actually, to be fair, he probably still could. Nah, he can't be classed the top 5 fullback right this very second. I wouldn't say it's crazy right now in regards to fullbacks. I'd say, obviously, Reese is there at the moment. Callum Ponga is there. Dylan Edwards is there. Who else would be there? Maybe Hamiso? Maybe? Drinkwater, currently? But then again, Drinkwater fell off last year too. I don't know. Gutho. King Gutho. That nickname is so stupid. King Gutho would be maybe about... Like, he's so balanced, but he's not attacking. He's not exciting. He's balanced. I'd say if you're talking about balance, he's probably like top 3. Oh! Missed the kick. 22-10 it says. He'd be top 3 if he's most balanced, but if you're talking about like a fullback that I would take, the fullbacks that I would take over Gutho would be guys like Reese. I would take AJ over him, but that's because of the X factor. I would take Drinkwater. I would take Edwards. I would take Pappenhausen. Wilkenny's underrated, but he's still around that 10 mark. I would still take Tommy Turbo. Taff. Taff, he reckons. Nah, chance. Nah, he wouldn't be there. Chance is good, but like we're naming some big time players here. And there's some para fans a bit biased. No, like it is what it is, man. Like Gutho's a solid player, but it's just that I want X Factor in my fullback. And Gutho is the opposite of X Factor. He's just straight up balance. Is what I'd say. Nah, Tedesco wouldn't be top 5 currently. Like, if you're talking career-wise, is currently the best player in the game for fullback-wise career accolades. But as if we're talking about quality form, then I'm not putting Tedesco on my top 5. How about New Zealand fullback? No, that's Chance. Yeah, I wouldn't have him top 5. But he's still very good. Jerome Hughes out of the right-hand side. Good pass again. Sean Ballor. That was Katoa to Hughes. They go again. He on the right-hand side. They cut back. They're 20 metres out. Nick Meaney. Nick Meaney on fit tackle. He'll be 10 metres out from the line. Yeah, the scoreboard does probably flatter Newcastle here. Harry Grant. He'll get off to Jerome Hughes. Jerome Hughes will give it out the back again. They give it out. Kicks it through. Not a great kick. And Newcastle get the ball 2 metres out from their own line. Peter says my birthday. Happy birthday, champ. So first tackle now for the Knights. And now 10 metres out from their own line. Storm are killing them here, to be fair. If the NRL had Shackton a fool, Taff would be number 1 this week. Would he? It might actually be Drew Hutchinson. I'd say Shaq would be 2 or maybe 3 with Hutcho getting 1 and 2 because Hutcho made some pretty bonehead plays last night. So full tackle here, 20 metres out from their own line. Crossland. They're getting whooped here at the moment, the Knights. The Storm are well on top of them. Tyson Gamble kick this ball down into the corner. 40-20 attempt, though. But no, it will be Pappenhausen who brings it back. Jeez, I'm struggling. Young Trimapia will give this over to Jerome Hughes. And Jerome Hughes is having a really solid game here, but he's lost the ball as I say that, so that's commentator's curse. That is commentator's curse. And I think he might be injured here. I hope he's alright. You don't want to see that. Hey mate, Harry Grant on the field still? Yes, I think so. I'll tell you in a second. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he definitely is. Are you looking for a try score or are you just watch, mate? Are you wanting him to score? I would be concerned because if he hasn't scored by now, they'll probably take him off soon. So you need him to score probably in the next 5 to 10 minutes. Probably 5. They probably will take him off with 20-25 to go. Grant Anderson's the better Grant. You need help. You need help. Alright, Knights now. They'll be 25 metres out of the line. I reckon Warriors and Dolphins might delay by 5 minutes, which might help us to transition the streams. Usually they delay games by year 5-10 if another game is still going. Second tackle here, 15 metres out. Knights, you got to show us his attack, man. Gamble gives it out. Hit it shares for the Knights. Oh, wow. What a tackle by Nick Meaney. Nick Meaney with a fantastic tackle on Fletcher Sharp. Now the Knights. Is that Daniel Saifidi? Great offload there to Crossland. Crossland gives it out. Again, Brody Jones, I think it is. Oh, no, they've thrown it over the sideline again. Oh, no, stayed in field. It's going to be 4 tackle. 30 minutes to go here of the game, guys. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new around here. If for some reason Hunt doesn't get picked for Queensland, is Ponga your 14? Assume he's not already fullback. I think that Ponga should be fullback. But I would say that in today's day and age, you kind of need 2 hookers, man. And Hastings, not a great... It was an okay kick. It was an okay kick. Crossfit and Server Price played average at best last season. Peter, I literally already said happy birthday. So, like, you aren't unsubscribed, but I already said happy birthday to you, buddy. Just watching mate says, no, just watching his form. I got him for a meat pie. That's what I said. I said you got him for a try, don't you? Storm at the left-hand side. I don't know if Harry Grant's the type of player to score in this game. This is really a down-the-wing centre kind of game. You find those real backline players scoring today. Peter is Dakota. Just watched Mason's 4 games today. Nice. Yeah, nice. But obviously that Manly Broncos game is full depth development squads. And Dragons Tigers. Brighton says, Mem was a 9 in his junior years. Not saying he could compete at Origin level. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know if I'd be putting him there. I think, was it Mel saying that AJ would be a phenomenal 9? Or was he saying 13? I can't remember. Can't have a sneaky bet these days. Can't have a sneaky bet, mate. Thomas Jenkins on report here for the Knights. It'll be a penalty Storm. Peter wants a birthday kiss. Mate, that's already set up for Storm fans. Because my birthday is on May 4. And we play the Storm at Seabus. The first time ever that I get a home game on my birthday. So I'll be going off that day. So Storm fans, you can have a nice little kiss on May 4. So Peter, if you're a Storm fan, you're in a lot. So penalty here to the Storm. I'll be there, BK, just for you. It's a bit weird you saying that after I've just said that I'll give Storm fans a kiss. But fair enough. So 40 metres out. Storm will get slapped. Desi Az is coming in. He's going to crunch him. Craig Bellamy's got nothing on Desi. So that's going to be a penalty here to the Storm again. Leg lift. The Knights defensively today have given up so many penalties in 6 against. 2 penalties back-to-back for the Storm. Like, honestly, today, the Storm have given up... the Knights have given up a ridiculous amount. A ridiculous amount of penalties, man. Storm here. Jerome Hughes, Pappenhausen back on the field. And there'll be Nick Mee slammed down at 30. That floats your boat. Exactly right. Alright, they'll get this ball to the 15. Christian Welsh gives it, and it's Young Time P again. He'll never pass the ball, and he'll go over the sideline because of it. That's a Young Time P specialty. That is a Young Time P specialty. He was never passing the ball. He knocks the ball on as he's going over the sideline because he didn't pass the ball. That is Young Time P for you. That is Young Time P. Drink. Maybe that's going to help me. Maybe if I need to make a coffee, to be fair, to get through those last 2 games. I'll have a coffee in between, I reckon. It might be half time of the next game, the Dolphins-Warriors game. Alright, Knights now. They'll get this ball to the 15. Second tackle. Why they do that little stutter step? That's a Young Time P special, man. Oh, they've lost the ball. Saifidi has lost the ball, so it is going to be some ball. Somebody says, where's the Coke? Didn't actually get any Cokes here today. Didn't actually get it. I should have got it. I didn't think. I wasn't thinking, mate. I was too busy planning my year, actually. I was too busy planning the year. Finn Gray says, Des sleeps Bellamy with a great straight left-right hook combo, unfortunately. Well, it's not unfortunately, because, yeah, Desi's sleeping Bellamy is fact. Yes, I agree, Finn Grays. CJ says, wow, Knights really don't want to win this game. I don't think they care, to be honest. I think they do. I just don't think they've been good enough today. I think the Storm have just been too clinical. They've been really good. Storm here, 15 metres out here from the line. But also the humidity would be getting to both of these teams right now. 6 again for the Storm. Who has more Islanders in their team? Who would be used to this kind of humidity? Maybe the Storm? Katoa. Kami Kamitha. They've also got Young Tomapia. I guess it's probably similar because the Knights have like Saifidi boys and whatnot. So left-hand side, Pappenhausen. 8 metres out, 3rd tackle. Marion Sever, yeah. Kai Pearce-Paul wouldn't be liking these conditions, that's for sure. The Englishman. Was he Huddersfield? Where was he from? Pappenhausen kicks it through. Way too hard. Way too hard. Yeah, Warrior Hargraves does give away a lot of penalties. This is last year for the Roosters this year, JWH. Alright, so the Knights now, they'll be 30 metres out here from their own line. 0 tackle. like, it's still only a 12-point game, to be completely fair. It's not like it's a complete blowout. The Storm definitely have been way better than... they definitely have been way better than the Knights today, but the score doesn't necessarily reflect that. Alright, Knights now at the 50. KPP was Wigan on Wigan, there you go. TWH going to Super League. Yeah, he is. Brighton says, do you reckon the teams heading to the US will be pretty slow after coming back? No, but I'll be interested to see how that game goes, considering that it's 5 metres shorter on each side. So you can't be as... It's not going to be as wide. It's obviously 10 metres shorter on width. So it's going to be interesting to see if there's how attacking this game will be. It could be very strategical, which is exactly what Americans like, to be honest. Americans are all about strategy. Not necessarily about high scores. Left-hand side here, the Knights. They give it off. Modondrecki. 3 metres out. Tackled. See you later. See you later. So, Storm will get the ball here 5 metres out from their own line. Latia Modondrecki, I think he was playing Fiji in the World Cup, if I'm not mistaken. Or he was on the bench or something. Knock on there from the Storm. So the Knights now will get this ball 10 metres out. See, here's an opportunity for him. Here is an opportunity for them. That is an awful play the ball there from Phoenix Crossland. No, not Phoenix Crossland. He's the one who got it. That was an awful play the ball there from the Storm. I hear a lot of fans from all sorts of teams saying their team should sign JWH, but it's just the amount of penalties that he gives away that are a deal breaker for me. Jeff Jackson, there is no way that I believe that you've heard fans of other teams saying that they should sign Warrior-Hargreaves. Jared Warrior-Hargreaves is way past his use-by date in regards to signing for another club in the NRL. And also, most fans hate JWH for how dirty he can be. But he's also 35 years old, right? So I don't really... there's no way that I believe that there's a whole bunch of people saying, let's sign JWH. Trent Loiero fan club says, please, anyone but Trent. Trent? What do you mean? So 10 metres out here from the line. I'm surprised with your name. Like, Trent Loiero is such a random player to kind of have a fandom over. Second tackle here, 5 metres out from the line. They roll it back. Crossland, that's a knock on. Not from Crossland, from Daniel Saifidi. Lost his balance. He's saying he got pushed. You may as well challenge it, to be honest. You may as well challenge it, and that's exactly what they'll do. Yeah, who's the captain? Because Daniel Safi's not captain, so is he allowed to challenge this? Rory's got no balance and control playing the ball. JWH might be a 2-year suspension in the league if a headbutt is a send-off. Yeah, he'll definitely get suspended pretty quickly. No, he's gone too quickly. He's gone too quickly, man. It's just going to be a knock-on here against the Knights. No, he's not. And also, it's Christian Welch, not Walsh. Oh my god, blocker. It's not Walsh. Wow, I disagree with that call, but they'll give the ball here to the Knights. So it will be Knights penalty from right in front, but obviously they'll go for it. William Warbrick playing? Yes, William Warbrick is playing. Well, he was on. I don't know if he's on now. But he definitely was on. So challenge successful. Knights will just play the ball from the 10 here. Blocker special. The old Welch. The old Christian Welch. Not Welsh. Not Welch. Christian Welch. I wonder if he's related to Reese. Alright, 10 metres out. Are they putting a scrum? Oh no, they're going to have a drinks break here. So, yep, drinks break with 23 minutes to go here of the game, guys. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new around here. Don't forget, we've got the Warriors and the Dolphins right after this. We might be a little bit late for it, though, because this game has been delay upon delay upon delay upon delay. So, we might be a little bit late for that one. But with that being said, we will be live for all 4 games today. Royal Travis says, cheer bro up the Wars next. Yeah, Wars are on next alongside the Dolphins. Then Broncos Manly. And which is a bit of a throwaway game. And then we will have the final game, which is Tigers and Dragons. where Dakota gets to watch on as her team gets slapped by the current back-to-back Spooners. That's what will happen. So Callum Ponga won't come back on, by the way, guys. Obviously, Callum Ponga has come off the field. This is the point where you'll see a lot more of the depth players coming through. The depth players will come on, and it won't be really the first grade team for either of these teams. Let me just fix this. Yeah. Ponga did play pretty well, though. I'm pretty confident in having Ponga there. How much is Pappy when it comes to Supercoach? How much is little Bubby? Thing is, though, Storm have a pretty difficult match. They have a pretty difficult start of the season, don't they? Pappenhausen is worth 645, not bad. 645 isn't awful. It just comes down to the injury concerns. But he's not kicking, obviously. Can you lace up your boots and go save Newcastle, please? For me, man, I did my ankle a couple of years... Well, I went to the doctors the other day. I'm in the process of getting my ankle fixed, but I broke my ankle a couple of years ago, so I can't... that's why I don't play in the charity match. I commentate it. Are these breaks really necessary? Risa is currently like 84% humidity right now. Yes, it's in Fiji. These players aren't used to the 84% humidity of Fiji. If I ever meet Blocker, I'm going to butcher his name. Yeah, let's call him Bluka. Bluka-Rooch. Bluka-Roochie! So Knights here with the ball. 2 minutes out from the line. 23 minutes to go here of the game. If they score a converted try here, it's not... by the way, Harry Grant's still on for the one who was wondering before. Knights underneath to Dylan Lucas. He'll be 10 minutes out from the line. Second tackle. And Saifidi. Just no attack here in this Knights team. Haven't seen anything really from Gamble today. Hastings, not so much either. Jack Cogger now comes to the field. That was nice. I feel like Jack Cogger has to be in the team. Alright, so that's going to be a penalty here to the Knights. 10 minutes out. This is just defensive practice here for the Storm at the moment. Penalty for a leg pull. So the Knights now, they're 2 metres out here from the line. 2 metres out, first tackle. Is that Fletcher Sharp playing as the hooker? They go out to the back, off to Will Price. And now there'll be 5 metres out, Greg Martiu. No, that's Kaipi's Paul. Will Price to Kaipi's Paul. A couple of Englishmen. Now Will Price will run 3 metres out here from the line, third tackle. They just don't have attack here, Knights. It goes backwards there from Kogo, luckily enough for him. 4 tackle, 15 out. Out to the back. And nice soaking down 5 metres out. Now, Reese said I'm North Queenslander, so I'm built different. Well, like, it's not even North Queensland, really. It's Queensland at the moment. Like, the humidity in Gold Coast this year has been outrageous. We had 96% the other day. Like I said, that means basically when you get out of the shower and you're nice and cold, you're sweating still. Imagine a broadcast of Blocker, Kelly Underwood, and Shane Warne commentating. Well, let's put a bit of respect on Shane Warne's name at the moment, but Kelly Underwood and Blocker, yeah, that would be awful. Third tackle, 13 out. Storm now, they'll get this ball to the 20 before tackle. 20 minutes to go here in the game, guys. Hit that like button and subscribe right after right after Warriors, Dolphins, Broncos, Manly, Tigers, Dragons. Jerome Hughes. Oh, geez, that's going to be a penalty. That's going to be a penalty. Yep, that's a penalty to the Storm. That is a penalty to the Storm. So the Storm will have a penalty here, and they'll be 20 metres out of the line for taking the kicker out late. If you're Craig Bellamy, would you be impressed with today's game? I wouldn't go as far to say impressed, but I would be happy enough with it. I'd be happy enough with it. So Kai Pearce-Paul will be the one who gives away the penalty there. It's definitely a late hit. Oh, Blocker is defending it. It's like, bro, like it's very clearly a penalty, Blocker. What are you talking about, man? Harry Grant with the ball at the 20. I reckon the Storm will score here. The Knights probably starting to get a little bit tired now. And again, this scoreline flatters the Knights. The Storm have been much better than Newcastle today. They're 10 metres out. It's going to be first tackle here for the Storm. Obviously, it's just pre-season. Yeah, it is just pre-season, but they've still got no Munster. Like, this performance has been there without Munster. That's a high tackle. That's a penalty. Is that Jed Cartwright? Yeah, it is. Jed Cartwright gives away a high tackle penalty there, so the Storm will be 10 metres out with a penalty. Yeah, a little bit of aggression. He's put his arm up. I've noticed that players are starting to put their hand up to, like, block a high tackle. Definitely a high tackle, though. Jerome Hughes after Tuikami Kamitha. He'll be 7 metres out here from the line. Loads of time, but the Storm will score here, I would say. Second tackle, 4 metres out. Jeez. Oh, I'm struggling. Oh, Harry Grant! Try time! Who's the one about Harry Grant for a try? He's just gone bang. Harry Grant, try time. Bing bong. Bing bong. Harry Grant goes slap 26-10 with a kick to come. I told you they were going to score in this set. And someone in the chat before was asking for a Harry Grant try, so there you go. And there you go. There you go. Try time Harry Grant, just an easy scoot right up the middle. Really poor defense. Just watch, mate. Try time. Yeah, Harry Houdini. He just barges over. Harry Grant just packed up the game. Yeah, he did. Cheers, Tigers, for him. Well, no, he was loaned to the Tigers. He was always at the Storm. What are you talking about? He was never a buyer of the Tigers. He was always a loan. So, I don't know what you mean by cheers, Tigers, for him. And they're also pretty happy with Happy Cyclotto Wisau anyway, so... is it reserve grade players in both? Well, kind of now. Like, you've obviously seen teams start to put their reserve on now. But for the most part of this game, the Knights have had a pretty strong lineup, man. Pretty much full strength. The Knights have actually had more of a full strength lineup than the Storm have. But the Storm obviously didn't have Munster today. But overall, both teams were pretty much full strength. Pretty much. And now the Storm have taken Harry Grant off. Hold on. Jeez. Yeah, bad look for the Knights. Yeah, it is not a great look here for the Knights has. Slapper says, game seems to be going forever. It's because it was delayed by 15 minutes, and then we had that half time that took forever. And we're on Fiji time, bro. We are. Knights in the mud. Knights aren't looking great this game, but again, pre-season. They looked really good last week, but they also played a reserve grade development squad Sharks. And this is why you don't trust the preseason too much, folks, because you'll see moments where it's like your team's the best team in the world, but you got to remember who they're actually like going up against. You got to actually remember the types of players that they're playing against. But people do forget that relatively quickly. Really quickly. And that's a knock on there from the Storm, so it will be the nice ball at 35. Slapper! Slapper time! Get on the clock. It is slapper time. He's give the 10 memberships. We've got Hunt and Ngati Kahu, a.k.a. Panda Das, Fernie, Jeff Henson, Shane 23, Fastest Kettle, Benji, CJ, Nikhil, and we've also got Jacob McDonald. Appreciate you, Slapper. Get around it. He woke us up. It's slap o'clock. Exactly right. Slap o'clock. That's a bit of a dodgy. That's a bit of a dodgy wording there, Sashin, but it makes sense too. It's slap o'clock, but like, you better make sure that you pronounce that L. So they're 25 metres out of the line. Lurkers. Yeah, a lot of those are lurkers, to be honest. A lot of those are lurkers. I'd say the one Jacob McDonald has been around for a few years. He's a Warriors fan. Everyone else, though, got to keep an eye on. Got to keep an eye on them. So it's Jacob Saifidi here. 10 metres out of the Knights. Third tackle. Third tackle. There you got Will Price. He'll give it out to Fletcher Myers. 8 metres out. Get your mind out of the gutter, boys. Hey, I'm the one who actually say it out loud, right? I'm the one who... Oh, that's a knock on there from... Oh, here's the Storm. They're away here. At the 15, they pass it, and then they knock it on. There's no advantage really taken, though, is there? You take that back for the night to the Storm at the 10. Yeah. Who scored for the Knights? That's a great question, actually. Young Tom here, Storm. It was Anari Tuala and Bradman Best. For the Storm, Elliot, Katoa, Xavier Coates, Jonah Pezzett, Young Tonopia, and Harry Grant. Risa says, yeah, like Broncos fans and their typically arrogant selves acting like they are gods after last week. Broncos fans shouldn't be talking smack after last week, that's for sure. I would say that the only team... The teams that were most impressive last week with their development squads was Manly and the Titans, and that's not even being biased, Manly and the Titans. But then you had a lot of teams who played their first grade squad, like, for example, the Dogs, right? The Dogs had their pretty much full-strength team minus Addo Carr, Stephen Crichton, and Viliami Kickout and beat the Storm by 12 points, but were losing enough time. And overall, like, it was completely development squad for the Storm, except for Ryan Pappenhausen and Loiero, whilst the Bulldogs had pretty much everyone in there. So that's kind of one where you're like, well, come on, man. Like, the Storm would have pumped the Dogs with this lineup today. Would have pumped them. I didn't know Benji Marshall was a fan of the channel. Get around. Oh, but Biffo! 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 Don't punch. Slap him! Slap him! Come on now. Slap him. Give him an uppercut, son. Give him an uppercut, champion. Tui Kamikamatha. He's like, this is Fiji. I'm from here. Don't you come in here looking for something. I'll give you something. Oh, to be fair, Saifidi on Kamikamatha, who's both Fijian. It was a late hit, though, so it's definitely a penalty. Oh, no sport reactions. But also, you're going to get timed out because you said Storm with an S at the end. You muppet. Again, this is pre-season. People just don't get it, eh? Like, people just don't comprehend. They don't, like, understand. It's pre-season, guys. It's a pre-season. A pre-season. Are they going to... They're bringing... Oh, they've tried to... Wow, that's sneaky from Newcastle. They tried to take Jacob Saifidi off and bring Daniel Saifidi there to try and trick him. That's funny. On a point in the bin. So Jacob Saifidi goes to the bin. They tried to take him off the fields, but Belinda Sharp was like, no, you have to bring it back onto the field so I can send him off. That's funny as. That's funny as. I don't know if that was a sin bin, though, but with that being said, it was funny. In the bin he goes. That is so funny, though. Well done to the Knights for thinking of that. They tried to get away with the sneaky there. They definitely tried to get away with the old sneaky. Alright, so Newcastle will have 12 men for the next 10 minutes, which means that they'll get a play back with 3 minutes to go. It probably won't be Jacob Saifidi. I don't know if that's a sin bin worthy offence, though. Who's been? Jacob Saifidi. Worth a shot. But like, was that really worthy of a sin bin, though? I don't know about that. First tackle in the Storm at 30. Let the boys biff. Get him in. Get him in, mate. Bring Gordy Tallis back on. Big Wally. Get Chief Harrigan out there. Left-hand side here for the Storm. They're 10 metres out. Like I said to you guys, the Knights are tied. I think that opens up Knights to a certain... Time out! It's not 30 points yet. Not 30 points yet. We'll see in 5 minutes. You can't talk about certain score until it's hit the thrifty 30. Champion! Wake up yourself, CJ. Wake up yourself. Left-hand side now. If we don't get fitting now, it's your fault, FYI. It's your fault if we don't get there. So, fit tackle here. 4 metres out now from the line. Short ball! Try! I don't know. Oh, they're going to check it. This game's going forever. Forever. This game is going for ages. This game is going for ages. Look, the Titans made a post. Let's go have a look. Lag and Bulls have been for 9 months. Oh, are they down training today, are they? Oh, they must have been training today as well. Oh, they're in Ipswich. That's why. Yeah, they'd already been in Ipswich. But Lag and Bulls have been for 9 months. Dogs 2024 Premiers and Hutcho Dalium halfback. Good luck, champion. Good luck. This will be a no try here. Joe Chan got very close though. Yeah, Joe Chan's been good today, but it's not going to be a try. You're the reason the Roosters hit a certain milestone. You're the reason the Roosters didn't hit a certain milestone yesterday, CJ. Exactly right. Yeah, there's still 12 minutes left. I know, Daz. This game's been going forever. No try. Logan Ballsack's giving that Dragons guy a run for the illusion. No, Logan Ballsack doesn't believe what he's saying. Dakota believed what they were saying. Just a little shout out to Harry Grant, dude. We already celebrated with you, just watch, mate. We already celebrated it, mate. We said, where is he? We watched him slap it down. He did it. Game hasn't been as good as I thought it would be. Yeah, I agree, Slap, but I think the next game might be better. Storm have been the better team here today by a decent bit. Third tackle here for the Knights. The last two games are going to be a slogfest. Jeez. But once I get a coffee into me, I'll be good to go. Good to rock and roll. Alright, they're 40 metres out here from the line. It's fit tackle here for Newcastle. And Jack Cogger put that ball up into the air. At least I don't think we're friggin' Man City. It's a good point. Alright, Knights here. 25 metres out. Will Price kicks it down to the corner for Mother Daleki. No, drop out coming up here from the Storm. Drop out from the Storm. So Storm to drop this one out. There's no way a fitty ball's being dropped here, by the way. You deserve that timeout. You deserve it. Remember when Central Coast Mariners beat Man City last year? No, because it didn't happen. Do you know what you're talking about? Do you remember when Central Coast Mariners beat Man City last year? You think that the Central Coast Mariners beat Manchester City. You mean Melbourne City, Muppet. And he'll go over the sideline here for the Storm. Oh, he's got to pull back on the inside. No, he'll go over the sideline. Oh, they're saying knock on for Sean Bloor. You mean Melbourne City? Yeah. Central Coast Mariners, if they ever beat Man City 6-1, they would be right. No, I think it was Man City. No, I don't think so. Oh, there's a challenge. Oh my god, this game's going literally forever. This other game better be, like, pushed back like 10 minutes. Sport Reaction says our starting 17 is top 4 material. We just don't have the depth we used to have. Starting 17, not so much. But, like, your spine's great, but everyone outside of the spine is still super average. Well, not super average, but, like, there's still massive concern that this game doesn't improve anything, really. But, oh no, Nate J, you're going to be timed out. Silly man. Silly man. Next game's already started. Has it actually? Has it actually? Oh, yeah, because I guess it wouldn't be... It's not on, like, TV. No, it has not. It has not started, Slapper. No, it has not. It's meant to start 2:45. It's currently 2:44. Oh, my God. They're actually challenging this. 10 minutes to go of the game. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new around here. You scared me, Slapper. You scared me too. I wonder if they'll put it back. Like, I wonder if they'll delay it though. 10 minutes left. This is the definition of Fiji time. It's meant to start right now. Yeah, but this game was meant to start 15 minutes before it started too, so hopefully that one's delayed. Hopefully... Or maybe it was just the wrong times put up on NRL.com. Because usually it starts half an hour before the game. So I actually think it probably is the wrong times put up on NRL.com. I reckon it probably was. Because why would a game start at 12:45 and not 1? Why would the game start at 2:45 and not 3? You know what I'm saying? Like, I reckon just the wrong times were put up by the NRL.com. Will Price and Daniel Saifidi. So the next game probably doesn't start for 15 minutes. So 6 again here for the Knights, 5 minutes out. Have the Mariners ever been relevant outside of the failed experiment that was Usain Bolt? Well, Mariners still won last year. They beat Melbourne City 6-1. But Mariners are a very depressing club usually. 3P makes more sense. That's what I'm saying, yeah. I don't understand why they start 2:45. And the coverage for this started up 15 minutes beforehand from what the time was. So I think it was just the wrong time put on the NRL.com. Sport reaction. The Titans aren't playing full strength. Well, they're playing relatively full strength, but not full strength. We won't have Foran. We won't have Palacia. We won't have Dave Fafita. We won't have Jaden Campbell. You know, so a bit of an issue there still. But overall, we've got a stronger lineup for sure. That's a knock-on. Knock-on from Newcastle. The games tomorrow will be good full strength. Only, yeah, like Eels will be. Who's the other team? Is it Raiders tomorrow? Yeah, Raiders Cowboys. In Queanbeyan. Where the old Clarkie is. Has the A-League been relevant? Yeah, there was times where the A-League was massive. The A-League was massive at points. So to watch A-League where they hand out tickets to a final via McDonald's meal. Good point. Good point. So Saifidi will come off the field here. I can't believe the time has been stopped. Please stop stopping the clock. Let the game run its course, please. Please. Dolphins Wires game delayed to 2:55. Dolphins posted on their Instagram. Oh, okay, there you go. Yeah, so once this game finishes, that's when they'll put there. I was saying that usually they do delay. Usually they do delay until after the previous game is finished. So I feel like it is just Fiji time, man. Fourth tackle now at the 40. Third tackle gets the offload away. Out of the right-hand side. He's sneaking through. He's at the halfway point. Oh, the budgies. Oh, that's a knock-on. That's a knock-on. I don't watch it either. I'm not trying to have a go. So I'm going to go. And it ended early like that Dolphins-Capras game. Honestly. Thank you, blocker. Starting to get a bit sloppy back in this game. It's been sloppy for a little bit now. Would you go to Vegas next year to vlog the matches, or do the Titans have to play there? I'm only going if the Titans play. But I'll be there next year. So 7 minutes 15 to go here of the game. Storm with the ball at the halfway point. No, sorry, it'll be Knights with the ball at the halfway point. I've clocked out of this game, to be fair. So the Storm lost to the Dogs last week. So, Knights just dropped the ball. Tom Jenkins, man, he hasn't translated into the Knights. The Storm can't win the comp in the preseason because they lost the Dogs last week. Tom Jenkins, he muppet. He just dropped the ball. He dropped the ball here, he dropped the ball there. Plenty drop ball today. Second tackle. I'll go left-hand side. Now Christian Welch. He'll be 20 metres out of the line. Third tackle. Let's get another try. One more try before the end of the game, then call it quits. Pack it up. Pack it up. No, goes dead. Sport reactions. You're talking a lot of smack for a team that hasn't won in years. Like, I don't understand why you come in here. You have always been a really strange one because, like, you talk very arrogantly. And it's like, bro, why? Like, no one cares about the Storm. Like, I'm not going to lie to you, bro. We don't care about this Storm. Right? And it's like, Storm fans are so strange because half of you don't actually exist. You'll all choose the AFL over your actual team. Like, that's the thing, man. Like, Sport Reactions, why are you so arrogant? I don't get it. You've always been such an arrogant fan of the Storm. Why are you so unlikable? Sam Jenkinson says, sorry for asking a silly question. I'm playing computer. Why did NC get a yellow? There was a late hit. It was a late hit from Jacob Saifidi. So Action's been around for years, but like he's just always been unlikable because he's just so arrogant. It's like he's trying to like insult people for not being a Storm fan, but like personally. It's really strange. Like band to a team, bro, but like you're very unlikable. I'm not gonna lie. 4 tackle here at the 20. He was sick at Roosters fans, but no, he's a Storm fan. It's just very unlikable Storm fan. We don't have many... There's no Storm fans here besides him that really kind of are the way that he is. Like, he did some moaning to make this game more interesting. That's something a Broncos fan would definitely say. Knights want this ball back. And it will be the Storm now. 5 metres out. They're going to get this ball out to the 10. Taken down. You should get a yellow card, Sam, for calling Newcastle NC. Yeah, I had to think about it for a second. I did. I genuinely had to think about what he meant by NC. Second tackle here for the Storm at the 22. Imagine how crazy the crowd would go if Olam was still playing for Storm. Well, Olam's from Papua New Guinea, CJ. Why would the crowd go crazy for Olam when he's from Papua New Guinea and this is Fiji? So third tackle here for the Storm, and he'll get this ball out here to the 40, then the 45. See, it's just years. I'm just stupid. We know that. We gathered that one, champion. Don't you worry. 40's for Fiji. And we'll go back to your previous comment. I'm going to see, can I copy this so I can put it in the next one? Yeah, beautiful. And the Knights, knock on. No, and Storm are going to score another try. Storm are going to score another try. No, they'll be 22 metres out of the line. But there's an opportunity. Penrith have won the same amount of premierships in 3 years the Storm did in 17 years. 2012, 2017, and 2020. Good point. No, it's like, I actually don't have any issues with the Storm. It's just like, Sport Reactions just always seems like he wants to like create drama. And it's just like, man, like, can you just like ever enjoy the game? Just simply enjoy the game. So Lottie Takiri there on the sideline. They go right inside, hit the Storm. I think that's actually a knock on there for the Knights. Oh no, they're going to say knock on Storm. Knock on from the Storm, which means Knights ball here. 3 minutes to go here of the first, of the game, sorry. Feels like first half though. I feel like that was a knock on from Will Price. Three minutes to go here. There's the Prime Minister, Sitiveni Rambuka. 2012 was a great year. Daz wouldn't be a fan of that year. Daz would not be. He still believes the Dogs won that year. He believes it. Slappers, not even the Fiji PM wants to watch the game. Fair. Well, right about this. It's honestly, this stream we've gone for nearly 2.5 hours now, which is quite a long stream for the NRL. It's because this game has been on Fiji time. It's been delayed and drinks breaks and everything. So I think, and the game's been pretty much a blowout. Riley Jones knocks that ball on. Riley Jones knocks that ball. It's a great regular season. It was a fantastic regular season for the Dogs. Alright, so they're still warming up there in that Warriors and Dolphins game. That's good. Minute and a half to go here in the game. Hit that thumbs up button, guys. Subscribe if you're new around here. Don't forget, we'll be live for the Warriors and Dolphins in about literally 3 minutes' time. I'll be jumping straight off this one. I think I was meant to be live for that game like 15 minutes ago too. Alright, Storm with the ball at the halfway point. Last set of the game. Unless, is this like going to be half-time? Slapper, like was that quarter time and then half-time? That's how it feels like right now. We might still have a whole half to go in this game. But no, the Dogs, to the question that was asked before, the Dogs have been way worse this weekend than the Knights were today. It was Premier League rules that year. The team that finished on top of the ladder won. Unfortunately, those mate, it's not exactly how it works. Storm here at the 35. Short ball, forward pass. Well, that's going to be the game, guys. I'll finish it up there so I can switch it over. It's going to be a forward pass. 32 seconds to go. The final score here will finish up at 28-10. No one will score again. I'm going to jump off. I'll see you guys in 1 minute time on the next stream, which is the Warriors and the Dolphins. So hit that like button, subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.